And now, from Glasgow.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Good evening.
Get ready to the countdown.
So, good evening, everybody. How are we all? Welcome to our little show. I have a co-host, as most of the time. We have Tasha.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm all right. I'm doing good.
Right. So we had a little quick discussion pre-show. I may be bringing this up later on. I have spoken to a couple of my moderators. There is obviously been news going around of a certain situation, which I am asking no one to comment on. To be honest with you, I'm not involved and it's starting to stress me out. We are here for modeling, and just to help reinforce that, I've asked my moderators, anyone who brings up any comments on that subject, the comment will be deleted. You will be giving a 30-second timeout. Then there will be absolutely no grudges bared, and there will be no, so that's all I'm going to say on the subject. But on the good side, I've just been playing around with the cameras. We have a guest today, don't we, Tasha?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you ready?
Yep.
Meet the supervisor. Unfortunately, I can't get the camera in front of him. As you can see, he's right next to me, look.
Yeah.
But since I cleared that part of the desk out, he's just quite happy to sit there. And if he's happy to sit there, not causing any trouble, then I'm quite happy to have him there. So, chat. So I've put pinned in my stream, at least. It should be coming up in Tasha's stream. If anyone wants to join us, they're more than welcome. Obviously, if anyone comes into the chat, into the green room, we will have a little bit of a look at you before we allow you in. We're not just talking about certain people. We're talking about anybody that we don't really know. Get to know us in the chat first. Build up a little bit of a relationship with us. And you are more than welcome to join us. Michelle Scale Modeling says, good afternoon. How are you? It's afternoon where you are. I know you're a long way away in Scotland, but I didn't think there was a time difference, was there? Dale McCormack says, hello. Who was it who used to, what am I thinking of, TV program? Hello.
I know what you're thinking of, but I can't remember much of it.
I'm not thinking of hello. I know there's a program and they say, hello. Oh, I can't remember what it was now. Smith Speed says, hello all. Horlick says, good evening at Penny. I hope you meant Tasha as well.
Yeah, he's got that in there.
Yeah, that's a bit mean there, isn't it? I'm sure he'll redeem himself in a minute. David Bass, good evening, Penny and Natasha, and all in chat. Ron says, hi, Penny, Tash, and all in chat. Hi, David Bassett. Hi, Ron. Hey, Dale McCormack and Smith Beads. Hi, there you go. I knew he'd redeem himself. Look, hi, Tash. Hello, Peter and Natasha. Hi, David. Evening, Penny and Tasha. Hi, Dave. Dale McCormack 3D. If you do not know Penny and Tasha, run while you still can.
No.
Ron says, hi, supervisor. There you go. He's waving back. Hey, he's not really, but evening, Alex and Horlicks. Howdy, Mike. It's because I saw you first, Penny. I knew that's what it was. Because
I believe you.
We just didn't know if you were coming, did we? Right, I'm going to be really ultra mean, and I'm going to make the supervisor a little bit small. So, because he's not building. So, as we know who we are, I'm going to take the names off. So, let's do a little tiny recap on what we did in the last what do you call it? The last video. Let's call it a video, shall we? The last video. So we should have I'm sorry, this view actually distorts everything. This doesn't look like a Mustang. It looks short and stubby.
Where did I go?
I promise you it's the camera view. I don't know. So this is what we're up to on the Mustang. We've put the little greebly bits in. We've got this little bit to put in, but we decided to paint it first. So it's in there drying. And that's it, ready for the next stage. You'll see a little bits of shiny on mine. That's just where the ultra thin glue has been. I've actually made a bit of a cock up on mine by the looks of it. Taken out of there. But never mind. So far, I am happy with this kit. It's going together really nicely. Are you in agreement there, Tasha?
Mm-hmm.
All my bits that I've glued are all nicely down. And then we've got to make a decision. See these wheel wells? They've told us to paint them in grey. To be more realistic, they should be zinc chromide, which is a yellow or a green. Now, and I've thought of this on the spur, this bit in there in the rear wheel well, that is green. So do you think maybe we should paint it green in there, Tasha, instead of grey?
Yeah, it'll make more sense, wouldn't it?
So, got to think about how to do this. We're brush painting so we can get a little bit more accuracy. If I was airbrushing this, I would paint the wheel wells and then I would block that off and then I'd airbrush the rest of it. Because we're doing with a brush, I'm thinking maybe if we paint inside the wheel wells, then when we come to paint the wing, we'll just have to be a bit careful around there. And we'll just do it like that. I'm sure you can do that, can't you, Tash?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, now you can do it. Stop putting yourself down. So, yeah, David's saying, yes, that camera is foreshortening the perspective, making the Mustang short and stubbier than it really is. Yeah, I don't know why. I think it might be the angle. I don't know. Because it zoomed? No, because even zoomed. I reckon this must be doing something with it. No, I reckon it must be StreamYard, you know. I'm blaming StreamYard. Let's do it on that. Sorry, I've kind of inadvertently stolen. Does that look stubbier? No, see, it's got to be the camera then, isn't it?
It's the camera deceiving.
Yeah. What if I move the camera? See, if I move the camera, it picks up the wrong part of my desk. Oh God, that's the messy bit. Look. Yeah, I think I'll move it back where it was. It didn't look so bad then. But I am going to be doing a tidy of the hobby room tomorrow. Yeah, so I just got to go with it until I figure something out. So let's go to this view because then it shows us both. Do you know what? I might actually remove the supervisor. We'll flick him on every now and again, shall we? Because I like that view myself. Right, so instructions. So let's see where we're up to, and then we'll make a plan of action.
I have no idea where we're up to.
David says that's better. Is it a fisheye lens? I don't think it's a fisheye lens. But when I film using you know, when I do my pre-recorded videos, I mean, look, it's not doing anything to the text, is it? And let's see, let's have a look at this. Is it doing funny things to that? It's doing funny things to that as well. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, when I film, I use OBS and I make the pre-recorded videos. It doesn't affect it at all. Right. Anyway, let's get on with this because we've got a little bit extra time because we're starting earlier. So we want to stick this little bit on there now, and we've already decided that we are going to stick it in open, haven't we?
Yeah.
So what are you going to do first?
No idea.
Right. What do you normally do when you're putting bits together?
Dry fit it.
Dry fit. So,
But mine's a pain in the bottom to do.
well, that's tough. You just have to get on with it. Now, if you can get it in like that so that it holds itself in, then that makes the job easy for us to decide what glue to use. That's obviously a job for
Tammy, extra thin.
yes. If it's a little bit fiddly, then I'd perhaps be looking at using something thicker or poly cement. But I think on mine at least, because it can hold itself in place, I think that's a job for Tamiya extra thin. One good thing about this propeller being really stiff is you can actually use it as a stand. See, normally if that was loose, then you'd put it down, it'd just go boop. Right, I have to keep an eye on you because I sit here waiting for you, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, come on, what are we doing now? And I'm like, oh, you finished. So I'm just going to crack on and do mine.
Just crack on. I'll soon tell you when I'm finished.
What I'm going to do then, I'll knock the end off the tip of my brush, and I'm just going to pop a little, this is how I'm doing it, a little dab in each corner, and that will fix that in place. And then I can glue all the rest of the bits that I want. I wouldn't flood this, it's only a small piece. To be honest with you, those two little bits and two little dabs in the corner will probably do the job. And I'll give you, that's what mine looks like.
Cool.
Whereas obviously we could have it closed, but we've chosen, I like it because I think it draws a little bit of attention to it, because you know the sleek line of the Mustang, and then you're going to go, oh, what's that? So, oh yeah, I see what it is. Right, now I've been thinking about this, and what I'm thinking is, if we are going, I can't figure out which, there we go. Right, if we are going to paint the inside of the wheel well, we're all going to have to also paint the inside of the flaps.
What flaps?
So, right. So you'll have the wheels, and then you'll have some flaps that will cover that.
Right.
But because the wheels are down, the flaps are sticking out.
Right.
So what's actually happening is you've got two flaps like that. And then as the wheels come down, they'll open up like that, and the wheel will come out from between them.
Yeah, got you now.
Makes sense once you've done it. So
yeah.
What I'm going to suggest we do is that we paint those flaps on the sprue. And then when we need them, we'll cut them off. Yeah. And you might want to paint the wheels as well on the sprue. So that means if we're painting the wheels on the sprue, we could probably get on with building the rest of it and paint all of that. And that means we can do two jobs at once. While we're waiting for the paint to dry on one, we can paint the other. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. trying to think the best way to do this. Guys, would you paint the camouflage first, then mask it off, and then paint the grey? Or would you, because I'm thinking about that masking that bottom bit isn't going to be... Right, the undercarriage legs covers... Yes, the undercarriage leg covers rather than the actual. I'm actually talking about both. So, guys, question for you. I would probably paint. See, this kind of goes against the rules. I always say, wherever you can, paint the lighter color first, because dark will cover light a lot better than light will cover dark. But looking at the way that I would mask that, it will be so much easier to mask off the camouflage pattern and then do the right. So David Bassett saying paint it grey first. So that's going to be fun. It isn't impossible to mask. Right. Okay. So what we are going to do then, we're going to need 3 colors. We are going to need 30, which is our green that we used in there, because we're going to paint the inside of that green. We are then also going to need our 53, which we got with another kit. We didn't come with this kit, but because we're starting to build our paints up. And we're also going to need the 64, which is the grey colour. And we are going to paint 3 areas simultaneously.
Right, so I need 53 as well.
Yeah, that's your silver colour.
Mm.
Now, I am going to use my tile for my palette. But you use whatever palette is your choice with your choice of thinners. Is it okay if I do that?
You want to, yeah.
Because I think you're still using water as a thinner, aren't you?
Yeah.
Now, the problem with using water, and I say problem, is if you slightly over thin it, it's... Oh, is that a crack? I got a crack in my tile. Oh, well. Or is it? No, it's not. It's a paint line. So if you use a thinner, it means you can thin it much more before it splits. Do you remember what was it we painted? Oh, do you remember we painted the tank?
Yeah.
And the first layer went on really blotchy, didn't it? Because we'd over thinned it a bit. I'll tell you what. I'll paint with water.
You're painting with water now?
Yeah, because it'll show you what I mean. So this is my 30. And then get your weapon of choice.
30.
And we don't need an awful lot of this because we're only doing the wheel wells. Right. So what's going to happen with this is if we slightly thin it too much, it's not going to want to stick to the plastic too well. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do both. Right. So as we paint in there, don't know if you can see in there. So as I paint, you see the paint is pulling away. Right. That is unfortunately the way it's going to go. But all we do is we do what we can. And then when that dries, we'll go over with another layer. And it will build up. Now, the easy way to combat that, apart from having to go over it, is to use an alcohol based. Right, I'm going to ask you to try and paint it neatly because it's practice. But don't worry if you go over because we're going to tidy it all up with a grey when we do the wing anyway. Right, so that's my water-based paint. And you see it's starting to split. It's all right. We'll wait for that to dry, and then we'll we'll go over with another thin coat. Right, so I'm going to make a quick batch up of the same color, but this time I'm gonna thin it with my alcohol based thinner. This has got alcohol, water, flow improver, and a slight touch of paint retarder. Right, let's thin that down a bit more. This might actually be more heavily thinned than the water version, but we'll see. Right. So you'll notice now, hopefully, watch it all go wrong. Yeah, that's very, very thin. That's very heavily thinned. But even so, it's probably a better demonstration. So can you see how that's gone on nice and smooth?
Mm-hmm.
That's my homemade thinner. And the main reason for that is the flow improver. It's changed the surface. I'm talking about science now that I don't actually understand. It's changed all the surface tension properties of the paint. And as a result, you get a much very thin, and that is definitely going to need an extra coat, but that's my thinning for you.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't look quite so demoralizing, does it?
No.
Don't look at how, in fact, actually you can see that I've thinned that more than that.
Mm.
So that's the advantages with using a thinner. It's just once you know you can paint over that and it will be fine in the end, it's not a problem. But I just think you're going to slap that on, you're going to go, oh, that's terrible. But we'll just carry on painting over that. There is another way to combat that, and that's to put a coat of primer down first. Then that way the paint's not trying to stick to the plastic. It's starting to paint. It'll stick to something that it is actually designed to stick to. There you go. Now that first one is done. So I'm actually gonna use the water-based one. Okay. So look, as I paint over it, it just fills those gaps in because it's starting to stick to the paint layer underneath. Okay, but you're going to need a third coat if it's like this. But we do that anyway, don't we? We keep putting layers of paint on until we're happy with the result. So look, that's two coats. That's much better after a second coat, isn't it?
Mm.
Still not quite as good coverage as the first one. So right, David Bassett, paint it grey first. Dragon Queen says, good evening, Penny and Tasha. On the real aircraft, they painted the camouflage on top of the base color using templates to mask it. This is why I love having people like David Bassett on the stream, because he knows what he's talking about. Don't mention Mosquito or Hatfield. Chat will now go mad because he knows that's one of the areas. Buses and mosquitoes. That's what he knows a lot about. Teresa says, hi, Tash and Penny. Teresa says, hi, Horlicks, Richie Lamb, Dragon. Did I miss Richard Lamb? Richie Lamb. Okay.
Yes.
Where did Richie Lamb? Oh, I see. Oh, as much earlier on. Yeah, and we did say we did acknowledge it. Good. Because I hate not acknowledging comments. If I ever miss your comment out, believe me, I haven't done it on purpose. I promise you. I'm just making that paint with the thinner in it a little bit thicker. Quite often what I'll do is I'll do 2 good layers, proper layers, not like over thick. And then the final layer, I'll thin it down a little bit more. And then I'll do a final layer with that. I don't like this brush, you know. This is a cheap, nasty one from China. and I really can feel the difference. But that's not a subject we touched on yet, is it, Tasha?
No.
Brushes at the moment. Are you still using that? Oh no, you've got some other brushes, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got the blue ones.
The blue ones.
Peter got me.
Oh, okay. So they're probably half decent then, aren't they? Have you used them? Are you using them now?
Yeah.
Because I'd like to know what you think to them.
I think with any paintbrush with me at the moment, I'm still learning it.
Yeah.
I
mean, the thing is, a paintbrush, I think, is a very individual thing. I could pick up a brush and tell you it's fantastic. And you will completely disagree with me because it's what works for you. So as you can see, I made an absolute pig's error, that one. As messy as anything. But this is why we do the lower areas before the higher areas. Because when I come to paint the grey, I can paint gently and I can go up to the mark like that. And it'll look very, very nice when it's painted.
Do I have to do the sides of them?
Yeah, you got to do all of that inside.
Oh man.
I know, I'm a taskmaster, aren't I?
I thought, oh yeah, I just got to do that flat bit and that was it.
No. The black bit.
The flat bit.
Oh, flat
underneath.
bit. Oh, we haven't done the bits on sprue. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, but I didn't know you had to paint the sides. Oh, you can't really see it.
Right, so we are going to paint the insides of these. They're all 4 pieces are on sprue B. You'll see you've got pieces 1 and 2 in this corner, and you've got pieces 8 and 9 in the other corner, and you'll see there's a smooth side and there's a textured side. You want to paint the textured side because that's the inside.
Right,
And it's not often the part with the more detail is the inside. Let me just double check my instructions here because I want to make sure I'm telling you correctly. 1B. Right. So piece 1 and 2. Yes. Right. So we are using those 4 pieces regardless. If we're doing flat wheels up, these will be glued over what is now the green bit. If we are doing them wheels down, then these larger pieces will be glued on there, and then these other pieces will be glued to the wheel, which will be on the other side. So same as the other one, we're just going to go over this and look at that for beautiful coat over one.
Oh, the wheels.
Yes. I'm just a bit worried I've painted that a little bit hairy.
Is that going to be the same green?
Yes. Because we're calling that green number 30. We're calling it zinc chromide. If anyone wants to disagree, just understand that we are on our second starter set. We are purposely going with the equipment that we've been given. We've done 2 kits. Because we're on our second kit, we're able to use the silver that we got. It's not actually a silver, it's a gunmetal. But we got that silver from another kit. And one thing that I'm trying to demonstrate is the fact that by starting off with starter sets, not only are you getting a simpler model and learning the hobby, you are also starting to build up your paint collection. And then once we've got a bit of a paint collection, we can go out and buy a kit that maybe doesn't come with paints. The paint call out might be, say, 8 or 9 different paints. And then Tasha can look at that and go, well, I've got 6 of those already, so I only need to buy 2, rather than going out and going, right, this kit's really cheap. It's £10 for the kit, but I need to spend £25 on paints. It's not a cheap kit anymore, is it?
No.
Is my opinion. Okay, so give me right. Now we are talking Penny. Here we go. I've set David off. I did that on purpose. Only does it to me. Everyone ignores me. Give me a lovely DH-98 Mosquito fighter bomber any day. Building with the boys. Scott, how are you? So hi, building with the boys. Evening Smiths. David Bassett also can talk about the RMS Queen Mary from when built until she returned to passenger service post-war. Regarding the furniture that was made for her and because are you now going to tell me that that was all made in Wickham? Because Wickham is a bit of a furniture town. Hence our team are called the Chairboys. Ron says, bossy Penny, LOL. Listen, I had a really bossy and strict maths teacher at school. And as a result, my level of maths is very good. So if I'm bossy, then I'm okay with that. So poor old Mr. Supervisor over there. He's going to be upset tomorrow. Where I've been working so long, the routine is slightly different in the mornings. Normally I get up and I give them breakfast and then that's it. But when I'm at work, I give them treats. Well, they're not treats, it's Whisker's kitten food. But just before I go, I spread out these treats on the cat tree. And I've noticed that when I wake up, obviously they're hassling me for breakfast and they don't stop till they get breakfast. But as soon as they see, I'm convinced that they know the coats. I'm convinced they know my work coat. Because as soon as I put my jacket on and my shirt, they're getting ready for treats up the treat tree. I'm convinced of it.
They do. They learn your pattern.
No, but it's not that. It's the fact that I put my coat on. They seem to know the difference between me putting a t-shirt and a jumper on and putting a shirt on and work jacket. Oh, here you go, Smith Speed. Ron, you know Penny too well, too then. I will disagree just for the fun of it. That's fair enough. Yep, Smith Speeds. I'm good, thank you, Penny. Still a little in shock by how much I like the Space Panda. Can I make a confession? I've not got round to seeing that yet. There's just been so much going on, as you can imagine, the last week or so.
No, I don't know what you're on about.
No, but what with work and I'm. Do you know what? I've been. I've got a week left until I go back to London, and I haven't done nearly as much as I'd like to have done. I do procrastinate and come up with things and do fun things. You know, I spend too much time having fun and not enough time sorting out what I should be sorting out. Do you want to put a layer of paint on the pilot?
No, because I'm scared of the pilot.
All right, we'll do pilot later on then. We'll dedicate an issue to the pilot.
Yeah, where I can mess up.
No, yeah. Well, listen,
I'm just gonna paint the old bugger black.
You're being negative, but yes,
the reason why I will struggle is my shaky hands, which I've always got.
It's okay. It's okay.
So that's my concern.
I'm not going to promise you I can get rid of the shaky hands, but there are a couple of techniques to reduce it.
But that's just me anyway. I suffer with shaky hands.
All right, it's okay. I've got a problem. I'm running low on coffee. I might have to run away shortly.
If you need to, I've got plenty of coffee here, so I don't need to run away.
Yeah, you know, I'm still thinking about putting my pod machine on my craft desk. I'm just thinking.
Hey,
I'm just thinking. Right, so this is. I see. I haven't studied well ahead of the aircraft. Right, silver next. We're going to paint the undercarriage.
Huh?
we're gonna the little sticky bits. Oh, sorry. Well, you still got your green out. The wheels.
I've done the wheels.
You've done the wheels?
Yeah, I've done the wheels.
You're a clever girl, aren't you? Well, I haven't.
I've done the wheels. You said to do the wheels, so I painted them.
That's good. You're a lot better than
They're
me.
there somewhere.
And look, I'm going to show you that it really doesn't matter how neat you are.
We're not 100%, but I'm happy
we're
with
going
it.
to tidy that up when we do the black.
Oh my God, there's black going on it.
Oh, what colour are tyres?
Pink.
Okay, well, you're doing pink later on then.
Yeah, make it a funky plane, innit? Funky Mustang.
Well, listen, how many times have we said it's your kit?
I know.
And look at Manuel. Have you seen some of his streams?
I'm too scared to look at his streams.
No, there's nothing wrong with looking at other people. It's whether or not you can do it. See, the problem I have is when people do really good work, but they make it look really easy. And they make it look so easy, you think, oh, I'll have a go at that. That looks easy. And that's when you discover it's not easy. Right.
Was there something else I had to paint green then? Because I've done the wheels.
The wheels? No, because it's all inside.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going to have to give mine another coat. So
mine will soon. I'm letting it dry.
Okay, that's fine then. So what I'm thinking we should do, let's do the undercarriage legs. So we'll just cheat. We'll get your silver out and we'll paint those on through.
Which one?
Right, so underneath the wheels, you've got two little sticks.
Yes, them thingamabob pointy things.
The thingamabob pointy things, that's it. So what we want to do is get the glittery silvery paint and do the sticky little thingamabobs.
Oh, it's 106 colour.
It should be 53.
Oh, okay.
It would have come from your last. It would have come from your tank. And this, if I remember rightly, I don't know about you, but on mine, I felt it was a little bit bright.
Yeah.
So I think it's actually going to be quite perfect for this.
Oh God, it needs stirring again.
Oh, right, it's not sticking. It's really not sticking to this plastic. I'm actually, something else I keep forgetting to tell you. I haven't gone through it. And we will go through it on the next kit, and that's washing the kit first. Generally, you don't. Right. So what happens is when these kits are in the mold, there's a debate over this, but they have a release agent to stop the parts from sticking to the molds, which is essentially a grease. It's not a grease, but for the purposes of explanation, let's call it a grease. So what will happen is if those parts have got that release agent on it, the paint won't stick to it, and you will get the exact same result you got inside the wheel with your slightly thin paint with water. And it's ever so simple to do, because all you need to do is get some warm water with a tiny touch of washing up liquid in it, and you wash all your parts, and that removes that release agent. Right, Mr. Supervisor, I seem to be having hairs everywhere. Do you know anything about that? Oh, I did something really funny the other week. You're all going to think I'm stupid. I'm sure it's not the first, but he lost a whisker. It's the first whisker that he's lost that I found. Oh no. Oh, what an idiot I am. Oh, I stuck it. Oh, it is. I got it. So I've kept it. I mean, it's the same as you keeping the first budgie shed feather, isn't it? Oh,
I keep it every single one of mine. Teresa's got most of them.
I won't keep all of them, but
hell yeah. Well, not every single one, but if it's one of the beautiful colours of them, I am keeping it.
Well, I can imagine with with cats aren't quite as beautiful in that same sense as birds, are they?
I bet Teresa loves looking at their feathers because she's got them.
Can you not get comfortable, mister? Of course, if I had that on a flat surface, you'd be a lot more comfy, wouldn't you? She's my good boy, aren't you? My very good boy. So I'm actually not going to apply a second coat to mine because I think when I cut that off the sprue, it's going to need a touch up anyway. Oh, we've got some little tiny details to put on as well. I just want to check we haven't missed it. I think we have. Oh no. Dun, 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 dun,
Penny's fault, whatever it is.
Invasion! Hello. You like small tiny bits, don't you?
No, I hate them. They're the best of my world.
You love it. You love it, really. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. There's a little tiny bit. We haven't come to it yet. Right, mister. We are doing a very serious stream here. So I'm going to have to go and pop you over on your bed. There you go. Say, look at the camera. Look at the camera. Show everyone how handsome you are. That's it. Look at the camera. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. See, he just wants his 5 minutes of fuss. I think we might have a dum See if that's enough for him. Nope, doesn't look like it.
I don't know if I got it all, but I'll soon find out.
Well, you'll find out at some point. If you, if when you've come to finish the model, you go, oh, there's a bit of grey plastic there, then just touch it up. It's never the end of the world until you've called it finished.
Finished.
Right. Okay. Now it's
I've done it all. It's all built. It's done.
Smith Speed says, supervisor come. Oh, I love you, but not in my models. Oh, your belly is very fat. You're off to the vet on Wednesday, aren't you? I got a feeling they're both overweight now. I think she's just had that one. Well, I think she's had about 10 licky licks too many now. She's got a bit of bulk coming. Of course, she's getting to that age now where she's not growing so quickly. Well, I hope she's not growing because she's nearly as big. I think she's a big female cat. No.
Hello, Shadow. Go on, annoy your mum. Go on.
So
Do it.
Everyone your bum now, look.
Go on, annoy your mum.
Settle down or I'll take you off camera.
He wants both.
No.
He wants to be on camera and unsettled.
Yeah, you usually have to put him down 3 times. I hate using the word put him down because that can be misconstrued. Why are you euthanizing your cat just because it's on your desk? Anyway, supervisor coming to inspect. Teresa says, I've got Tasha's bird's feathers waiting to go in a special project for. Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
He's got to that point. You can be really rough with him and he loves it. Don't you? I'm doing a high five. High five? No, we're doing
He hasn't done that since he was a kitten.
Oh, he's done it the other week.
Oh, did he?
I think you just have to get that moment with him.
Yeah.
Right, that way. Look, your bed is there. Look. Yeah, good boy. That's it. You're like, no, that's it. No, don't bite my finger. he's just rubbing everything now. He is a cute cat, yeah. I'm waiting for a flat surface to appear. Oh, is that with regards to the bed? I'll say once I get the rest of that cleared off, because there's all stuff underneath this mat, which he's not going to let me show you. Do you know what? He's been my rock. He solved mental health issues I didn't even know I had. I wouldn't stand on that bin. Here he comes. Here he comes. Invasion. Oh my God, boy, I'm going to lift you up now. Because you don't really like that, do you? So if I lift you up and give you cuddles, you kind of like, I like it, but I'm not going to put up with it. And then you're going to get, oh, there you go. See if he takes the hint. Stop. 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 Goodbye. Oh, sorry, David. I've got this. I need to sort that out. I've got this automatic Streamlab thing, and I need to sort it out because it's punishing my lovely viewers for doing things that we enjoy them doing, like emotes and things. Like for example, Smith's Beads has just had a comment deleted. Oh, hang on, I'm confused now. Oh, because you've got. I'm ever sorry. I keep trying to sort it out, but in fact, I'll try it now. Right, he's got the hint now, and I've lost my cursor. There we are. No, lost it again. Right. I think actually I'll turn that off until I can figure out. I need it to be less strict. Streamlabs. Apps. CloudBot for YouTube. Right, hang on, CloudBot settings. There we go. I knew there was a way to control it from Melon. Right, CloudBot. So let's turn auto permit. Oh. Symbol protection. There we go. Oh, hang on.
Phone that way, but it puts my phone screen tiny.
Right, emote protection. Right, auto permit. Right. So what's right? So members. Oh, I see. It's members. So what is a regular then? I'll tell you what. Let's just switch it off, shall we? There we go. Right, could someone do me a favour and just pop some emotes into my stream? Listen, David, I'll give you a tip. Don't even bother arguing with it because I've tried it. It doesn't work. I wonder if I can get told off for putting emotes in. Right, I think that's fine now. So any minute now that will, oh, that is, it's already there. Yeah, I think you're fine. It hasn't punished you now. So, but it does pick on people sometimes. So I've just been sent a message that I need to respond to. Oh. Right. Streamlabs is in timeout. Yeah, there we go. We've timed out Streamlabs. Right. So what are we up to then?
5'3".
So I'm a little bit bigger than that. So I'm not a short bum anymore. Right. So, shall we do the bottom of the aeroplane?
What do you mean, bottom of the airplane?
Well, we've got to paint it, haven't we? No, we need to stick bits on before we paint it. Right, my suggestion for these drop tanks, I think we should put the pylon on, but not the drop tanks. Because what's going to happen, you're going to have a little post, then you're going to be putting a round bit on it. And then when it comes to paint it, you've got to get your paintbrush in there. So I'm thinking maybe we should do the drop tanks, glue them and possibly paint them. And we'll put the pylons on, which I can't find. Are these them? Oh, they look a bit dodgy. Oh, I see what they've done. Yeah. Or we could actually scrub what I just said. Let's stick the pylons onto the drop tanks and then we can glue them on because there's 2 locating pegs. So I'm suggesting we do the drop tanks next. Are you up for that?
Where are they?
Right, so on sprue A, you've got pieces 3, 4, and 5. I don't know what the difference between 4 and 5 is, but there seems to be 2 number 3s and a 4, unless they go on. Is there a difference between the 2 guys? Do you know? I don't think there is.
Or does it mean 2 3s go on each other and 4 or 5 go over?
Which is the bottom.
Yeah.
And then you've got a 4 and a 5.
I'm wondering if you stick them together anyway. Or do you have to stick one at the left and one at the right?
I think one is a left and one is a right.
Yep.
So
so you have to do one of each for one of each.
Yeah. Right.
If I've got it right.
So let's do one at a time then. Let's do stage 18, which is 3 and 4, which is the middle 2. We'll call them the middle 2. And so how do we do this?
What do you mean?
What are we doing here? We're removing the parts from the sprue.
Yeah, we're moving them off, but not too close, a little bit away.
Yeah. And then what we're going to do after that?
Clean them up.
Right. And then once we've cleaned them up,
dry fit them.
See, I've taught you well, haven't I?
No. Do I have to take all of these off?
Eventually, but just take 2 off for now.
Right.
So you deal with one at a time. Now, what's interesting is my piece number 4 has a little sinkhole in it.
A what?
A sinkhole.
What do you mean by that?
So when they're in the molds,
yeah,
they're pushed out by these little bits, right? Because they're still warm when they come out of the molds, the plastic is soft, and sometimes the marks, it makes an indent in the plastic. Now, normally what they'll do is, say, for example, they'll push them out from the inside of the wings. So then when you glue the 2 halves of the wings together, the stud, what do you call them? The marks are on the inside and you'll never see them. But on this particular situation, unless that's meant to be there, I really don't know, guys. Do you see that little circle? It's a little bit off center, which suggests to me it's meant to be there.
On the top of one of them?
Yeah.
It's a bit
Which
weird.
makes it easier because then I can identify left from right.
But it just doesn't look right.
So it's number 4, which is going to be the one going on this side. Ejector pin marks. That's what the word I was looking for. So they're called ejector pin marks. But I'm actually not 100% sure if that is an ejector pin mark. I don't know if you can see it, guys. Should be able to see it there. That just looks placed. And that's not distortion. That is actually off center like that. Right. So let me tell you a little tiny trick here, Tasha. When you put these together, I am expecting a seam line.
The what?
I'm expecting a seam line.
What do you mean?
Right, so I'm actually wrong, but right. So what a seam line is when you put something together, it might go in like that. Can you see that apart from the fact it's out of focus, see there's a big gap down there.
Right.
Now these drop tanks are all one piece, so we need to make it look like it's one piece. The actual fact, seam line's not too bad. And like if I put a couple of clamps on there, now there's ever so simple way to get around that, because there is a tiny line. Maybe consider putting poly cement on quite thin, and as you put these together, that glue will ooze out ever so slightly. And then once they're fully dry, we give them a little bit of sand, and then they've kind of self-filled then. There are numerous other ways to deal with them, but obviously if you can get rid of it at the gluing stage, that's a good idea. Now you've only done the drop tanks, haven't you?
I've only done the one.
Right, that's fine. Just deal with one, and you've only done those 2 pieces.
Yeah.
Right, that's fine. I'm probably going to chuck a bit of masking tape on mine, and you know, I'm not even going to touch that ejector pin, Mark, because that's going to be underneath. You're not even going to see it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do mine. Right, so Streamlabs is in timeout. Thanks, Penny. I think that might have been a removed comment. Caitlin, how are you? Hello all. Hello, Caitlin. Plastic Monkey says, evening all. Nice to see you, Plastic Monkey.
Hi, PM.
Caitlin says, hello, Dad. Hi, Caitlin. Hi, Teresa. Good evening, Pennies and Natasha. Cool, I've got a lot to catch up with. So ejector pin marks and all in chat. They look, yes, that looks like where they put the fuel in. Yeah, now you say that, because this is going, it's going to be there when it's finished. And that hole is just slightly pointing towards the middle, which does look like a convenient place. But then now I always thought these were filled up with fuel before they put on the thing. But if they're a place to fill it up with fuel, wouldn't you then have one on the other drop tank? I don't know. Listen, I'm not even going to do anything about it because the level we're playing with here, i.e., you're not Plasmo, are you, Tasha? Plasmo's a really big scale model YouTuber.
Oh, well, I'm not one of them.
I'm going to remove the supervisor for a bit because he's gone off somewhere. He's looking at the table now.
Yeah, I have to look at the laptop, so I'm about 10-second delay if you need me to see anything.
That's okay. That's okay. Right. So what I'm going to do with mine then, I wish I could highlight chats. So I'm going to now you got to be get a bit creative here, because you remember I said you don't want to be putting glue on your fingers. Now, an easy way to do this is to get yourself a wooden stick, a bit of blue tack, stick it on there, put your glue on, and you're not touching the plastic. But I'm a bit lazy, so I'm going to, I'm going to hold it like this, and I'm going to get this is like your poly cement. You can use extra thin if you want. Because if I get a tiny bit of squeeze out, I think the technical word is squeeze out, but I call it glue squidge. And it's where, as you press 2 pieces together, the glue comes out of the side. I actually do want that, but just ever so slight. So I'm going to paint my edges. Make sure I get that little locator tab, Mark. Okay, and look, I know you can't see it. There isn't an awful lot on there. And then I'm going to place this on, which goes in nice and easy because you got location marks. And then I'm going to get two pegs, one on each side, and that's going to hold them together. And then hopefully what I've done, can you see there's a little tiny bead of glue there? Hopefully that will have filled the gap. If I haven't filled the gap, it's okay because we can still sort it. So yeah, filling isn't a problem. So then whenever you're ready, you can then do the second drop tank. And I'm going to suggest we leave these for a good 5-10 minutes before we put the little pylon on. And what I'm thinking is once we've done these, it'll be slightly fiddly, but we'll put the pylon onto this. And then when we're ready to put this on the aircraft, all we've got to do is just pop it in there and line it up with the holes. Easy peasy, isn't it, Tasha?
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and race slightly ahead of you so I can catch up with the chat. So we won't be sanding these today. We will have to do it in the next stream because we need to allow time. Do you remember I said the difference between drying and curing?
Yeah.
We can work with the pieces when the glue is dry, as in we can get on and glue the next stage to it. You know, we can stick the pylon on, but don't be sanding it down until the glue is cured. All you're going to do otherwise is just going to be pushing like a rubbery bit about. Hopefully I'm not confusing. And I've just touched that with glue. So I've got to be careful there. I just don't touch it. Oh, they both got holes in them. They both have holes.
I don't have any holes.
Yeah, you have. Right, so if you look on the top, near the front of the tank, you've got little holes. Can you see them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I think whoever it was who said it, I think they're right in that's where they fill the drop tanks up with fuel. And now that makes a lot of sense. Yes, they may be placed onto the aircraft with fuel in it, but once the aircraft's taken off and then it's landed and it's got no fuel left in the drop tanks and it wants to go out on another sortie, it's going to be far easier to refill those tanks than it is to take them off and put two new ones on. So I'm going with that, and that will certainly explain why there's a left and a right based on that one piece with a hole on it. So has that helped you think? I don't know much about the Mustang, but I've applied a bit of common sense to it, and now I've come up with a theory on how I'm going to put mine together. And also asking other people's experience. Yeah, so it was Ron. So I think that is where they put the fuel in. So that will be nice because when we come to do a little wash, that will get highlighted and that will look really nice. Right, Smith Speed says, hi MP Model Plastic, hi Plastic Monkey, hi Smiths, hi Smith Speeds, hi Plastic Monkey, hi MP. And that is the chat caught up with. Right. You've done yours, haven't you?
Yeah.
You're getting too quick for me, Tasha.
There's moments I'm quicker, but then there's moments you are.
Wow. Right. So on the same sprue as where the drop tanks were. Oh, I didn't do my back wheel, look. My tail wheel. I've lost my pylons. Which ones are the pylons? Here we are. Right. So I'm going to ask you to very, very carefully cut those off. And they're big enough to hold, look. So the way I'm going to cut mine off is I'm going to hold that part there. And then I'm going to cut with my sprue cutters. And can you see that piece is in my fingers? Then I'm going to go over to a nice safe area. And then I'm going to drop it. Okay.
Okay.
That's how I'm going to do it. Remember I told you about the masking tape method? That's another way you can do it. And I can't show you now, but because I've cut them both off. Be very careful when you're cleaning these up, but they should be one little bit to clean up on one edge. So usual procedure, just there you go. Oh, you might want to do that over a box or something, so if it does spring out of your hand. I'm not trying to put pressure on you, but if you lose these pylons, it's going to be very difficult to stick the drop tanks to the plane. Right. Can I... Oh, sorry, I just had a cough coming. Can I just run away for a couple of minutes and make myself a coffee?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Loads more chat. Got Fuels was over in Terry's stream and just want to come in and say hi and hit the like before dinner and bed. Thank you for popping in. I'm not sure if you watched the start of the stream. We are banning chats of how do I put this, not related to this stream, and it will be enforced with a 30-second timeout with no grudges held, because obviously, that's all I need to say, really, isn't it? I stream my rules. Penny, can I join you and Tasha? Yep, that's why I put the link at the top of the stream. I don't know if Tasha's pinned her message to say, but
yes,
it is. Yeah,
it is pinned.
Okay, lovely. So yeah, if anyone wants to come in and join us, they're more than welcome to. But do bear in mind that this is a stream about Tasha doing these Mustang. If you happen to be doing it, come and bring it on. Right. So Smith Speed's Facebook message. I'll check that when I go and make me coffee. Got Fuels oh yeah, Carpet Monster will eat small parts. And understood. Do you know what? I thought he would have taken that viewpoint. I mean, all I really need to say is it's my stream. These are my rules. But I do like to sort of try and explain that. MP, yes, I see a diagram of fuel tanks of the Mustang. There is a left and a right tank. The points of refueling are in direction to the center of the plane. Well, as he's just confirmed that, I don't think we need to label these tanks. All we need to do is make sure we position them so that little hole is
one right and one left.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, if you're a newbie, you've made 2 models ever in your life, and this is your 3rd one, and you got the tanks the wrong way round, but they look symmetrical and ordered. Is it the end of the world?
No.
So, but I like this model because I'm having to think more. Because when I saw that drop tank, they're called drop tanks or fuel tanks. My first thought was, I'm going to put a little bit of filler in there, and then I'll sand that nice and smooth and get rid of the hole. Which in this case would have been the incorrect thing to do. Right, guys, I'm going to disappear for a minute. I just need coffee.
Well, while you disappear, I'll have it on my ugly mug.
Do you know what? I'll call you a lot of things, Tasha, but ugly is not one of them. Right.
It's a saying, isn't it?
I know. Right, I'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Okay. Yeah, shall we all run away? Go on holiday. Oh God, don't lose them pieces. Bloodstream comments, yeah, to annoy Penny when she comes back. That's what I'll do. Then Penny can read it all. Literally read every single one. I don't even know where. Oh, hello. Hello, Ron.
Hello there, you alright?
Yeah, you.
I'm not doing the Mustang.
Ah,
Oh, hang on. Hold on.
it's getting there. Done the best as I can with painting, though.
You're doing all right.
But it'll get there.
Yeah,
Slowly but surely.
you'll get there slowly. That's the thing. I mean, there's no use rushing in that.
No.
What I'm doing at the moment is I'm doing my ferry gunnet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It looks it.
Yeah. You see, I've got the whole wood in my hands now. Yeah. No, I just went back to it because I've lost the wheel of this one here, so now I'm busy at the moment getting one made by using almost like plaster Paris, but it's not plaster Paris. It's a putty that you use.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
You been up to much today?
Not really. I've been sorting out a few problems, but otherwise, yeah, just been me.
Nice.
Yeah. And you?
Yeah, I've been out shopping, buying for birdies.
Ooh, shopping.
Yeah.
That's all you need to say. Shopping. Yeah.
That's okay, Got Fuels, and thank you for popping in.
Yeah, you know that.
And here's my lovely little Mustang coming
It's
along.
looking good. It's looking good.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
It's doing a nosedive at the minute.
Yeah, we blame Penny for it.
Yeah, blame me for everything. That's fine.
Hello, Penny.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna love you.
I'm fine. So, you have to tell us all about yourselves because I don't think anyone's seen you on stream before, have they?
No, I've not been on your stream, but I have done quite a few model kits, etc. as well, and I'm busy now with the ferry gannets.
Nice. Is that as nice as it looks?
Yes.
Oh. Because I can't decide between the Airfix version and I forget who's bringing the new one out. And then I'm at that point where I'm thinking, do both, and then I can make a comparison. But I don't want to do.
I would recommend Tamiya. Airfix.
Airfix, yeah. Isn't it funny that 6 months ago, I think Terry can probably say the same. I wasn't a big Airfix fan.
Yeah.
But I'm doing a lot of little. I mean, their starter sets are just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, I'm tempted to say their starter sets are good for what they are, as in their starter sets.
Look at that there.
Yeah.
It is nicely detailed. Let me just
let me put you on big.
Yeah.
Are you watching this, Tasha? Because you're going to be as good as this in 6 months.
6 months, yeah, you have a laugh.
No, I'm not having a laugh. I'm being serious.
No, you will be.
I will not be that good as a painter.
So hopefully what I've been doing, Tasha, is breaking everything down into simple stage. This is how you glue. This is how you paint. This is how you sand. And Ron will have applied the same techniques that we've been applying, but just to a different model. Am I wrong, Ron?
You're not wrong at all. I mean, for example, just the propellers.
Yes. Because they go opposite directions, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, you've stuck one propeller on, haven't you, Tasha?
Let me see if I can get my Mustang, and then I'll show you what my one looks like.
Yeah, we're going to see a Mustang that isn't short and stubby. Oh, there you go. We've got a request for you, Tasha.
Kiss my ass.
Right, let me catch up with the chat while he's looking for his Mustang. Carpet monsters, understood. Yes, that was about the fuel tank. High got fuels model. Just going to say, Penny, I'm obviously new to your channel, but this is an amazing thing you're doing to help Tasha. Sorry, I can't hang around, but no problems. Yeah, it's kind of something that I wanted to do. And then when Tasha was on board, I'm like, oh, brilliant. Well, I can do this a lot better. I just want to kind of show the world that, okay, you can't be an award-winning modeler overnight, but you can get a result fairly quickly. And also, you're not battling against other modelers. I think you're battling against yourself. Each model that I make, I want to be more happy with it than the previous model. And you just got to set your own standard. Everyone is a different place in their journey, but they're all heading in the same direction. Swiss V says, hi, got fuels. Hi, Ron. Tash, you just going to say, I see you've done that. The new Gannett is from Sword.
Oh,
right,
wow.
There we go. Isn't that nice?
Is that the same as this one?
Yeah, but a bit big. Is that 48 scale?
Yeah, 48, yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
And the windshield, the canopy actually opens and closes.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
See, I've got two Mustangs. I've got a Edward one. I've got the Edward long range limited edition, and I'm scared to do it because it's a limited edition.
Okay.
But then I got the Airfix one in a mystery box, and I'm like, oh, lovely. Because another thing I haven't done much is bare metal finishes. So I'm going to do the Airfix one first, and if I muck it all up, I'm really not going to worry about it because I've got the Edward one.
Yeah.
That is really
I like
nice.
that. I'm going to run off with that plane, take it on holiday.
And that's the
nice.
undercarriages.
Oh, so we're not far out with the colour that we've picked.
Oh, God.
Excellent.
No. But I'm only working with the colours I got with the kit.
Well, no, that's all you can do, Tasha. Look, he's done it green. It's not too bad.
My big thing is people go, oh, it's got to be the correct colouring. No, it doesn't have to be per se.
See, no, right, this is an argument I've got, right?
Yeah.
You pick the colour, right? And I mean, there are people out there that are absolutely hell-bent on the absolute correct shade colour. That is not a problem for me. If that's how you want to do, that's what you do. But then what we're going to do is we're then going to put tonal variances on it, and then we're going to slap a load of dirt on it. So it's not going to look anything like the original color in the first place.
No, definitely not.
So, yeah. And as you'll see when my Lancaster video comes out, you just kind of you change your mind on things on the fly. When I did the pilot, I used the correct color for the trousers. I wasn't happy with the color. I thought it was a bit light. So I just lobbed a little bit of black into the blue and I made it darker. Yeah. And there'll be people out there that says that's the wrong shade of color. But do you know what? One pilot's legs in a 32 scale Lancaster, is it really going to be that important that his trousers are the correct? Look at those wings, Tasha. You're going to love this.
Oh my God, the size of them. So
being a Navy aircraft, the wings fold up so that you can fit more of them onto the deck. But these have this, see, like with US Navy aircraft, the wings generally will fold up like this. So they'll cut round about there. And that, I mean, these don't fold, and that will come up. But with the Gannett, they've got 2 points hinges. So you've got the whole thing comes up and then the top comes back down again. So you get a bit like a corrugated cardboard effect.
Yeah, let's get this back on again.
So how long has it taken you to get to that stage?
A good couple of months, to be quite honest.
And what would that be in rough modelling hours?
Ooh. How long's a piece of string?
Right. See, this is the thing. I mean, if you sat down and worked on that for 8 hours every day, you probably wouldn't be able to do 8 hours because sometimes you got to wait for things to dry.
Yeah.
Whereas if you did an hour a day, you probably might put in less hours overall, but you'll put in more time. That just looks beautiful.
Lord Peter Webster.
So we'll just jump straight to him. Right, so hi Penny, Tash, Ron. Where are we up to? Right, hi Ron. The new Gannet is from Sword. Look how neat the painting of the wheel wells are on Natasha's.
I don't know where that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've done all right on there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she has.
yeah. Teresa says, wow, that looks amazing, Ron. And then we're up to Peter Webster. How are you, Peter? Hi, Lord Peter. Hi, Lord Peter Webster. Yeah, no, that's nice.
That's more or less what it would look like. Well, once it's actually glued in
Yeah,
together.
be careful with it, Ron. If you drop that and break it, I'll never forgive myself. There you go. He's just had pingage.
Yeah, we'll blame you for it.
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm not taking the blame.
So I'm blaming someone, so I'm going to blame you.
Yeah. So it's blaming yourself.
It's kind of gone full circle, isn't it? Because we used to blame Mike for everything. Then we started blaming Terry for everything. Now it's my turn to get the blame.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Now, where did they go to?
So everyone's saying hi to Lord Peter. Peter saying hi to everyone. I'm good, thank you. Been a busy day as usual. Now, if I know you as well as I think I know you, probably wouldn't have it any other way, would you? Busy every day. I know myself when, like, I've got 2 days off now. I'm back to work Thursday and then I'm off Friday, Saturday. And I've got all these plans to do this, that, and the other. And I know I won't be able to do all of them. But do you know what? If I've been really busy all day and I've not done everything, I'm like, do you know what? I'm all right with that. Right. Penny's fault. Hi, Mike. And I still haven't looked at that message. I'm ever so sorry, Mike.
She's not sorry. He'll say it's your fault, Penny.
Yeah.
Penny's always fault.
Yeah.
That's what he'll say. Have you read it yet?
Yes. Right, Mike, I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to be, going to be a bit lenient with anyone who's newer on the channel. And I will just, if it comes up, then, yeah. Peter's received 2 gifts today, was blown away. Small unboxing tomorrow. Oh, I look forward to it. I look forward to it. I would send you stuff, Peter, but I don't know your address. So hint, 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 hint.
Yeah, hint in it.
Oh, there we go. That's fair enough. Lord Peter Webster, Penny's banned talking of something I can't talk about or I will get timed out. Yeah, basically what we're not going to touch on the subject too much, but I think it's just getting to the point where everyone's getting a bit stressed and, you know, we've all got, you know, mental health goes on everyone and I'm not part of it and I'm getting stressed out over it. So, you know, and I just, oh, Peter, yes, no, I'm going to throw this back at you, Peter. Your friendship means the most. Listen, Peter, you supporting me mentally the way you do, right, means more to me than any gifts. You could send me all the gifts in the world, and it doesn't mean as much as your friendship to me. So there, I've thrown it back on you. But as I know, I mean, this guy keeps sending me gifts, and they're all wonderful. I'll be honest with you. I think I don't need anything, and you know, I'm not bragging or boasting. I earn good money, and if I want something, I can go out and buy something. And I would rather Peter bought stuff for people if he still feels that way inclined. I'd rather he went out and bought something for someone that's got more need than I have. Someone, you know, doesn't have the means that I've got. But then he sends me, so I think I don't need anything. And then he sends me something, and I'm like, yeah, I needed that.
Well, Penny, you see that there?
Yep.
Tasha can have it.
Oh, bless. But
Penny's got me a dress. She'll give it you.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, by all means, I've just bought her this, which is going in the post. This is a Swan. This is my knife.
Right, yeah. But you see, the thing is, especially when she needs to do smaller sort of things,
yes,
she can just use one of them.
Yes. So that is an exacto. What's what they call an exacto knife.
Yeah.
That works a little bit different.
I mean,
With
I've got
mine, you put the blade in. What an exacto knife might even have one.
So that's coming your way, madam.
Oh, thank you.
bless.
Penny, if you're in contact with Penny, Penny will give you my address.
Just hopefully she doesn't nick it, because if she does nick it, believe me, I'm not going to be friends with her anymore then.
Well,
Smith Speed says that he needs an au pair.
have you got Peter on Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Get my address off him.
Yeah, I think Peter is the telephone. Is the yellow pages, isn't he?
Peter, I don't mind him having my address.
Yeah. I think Peter works the same as me. If Ron went up to Peter and said, "I need to send this to Tasha," he'll go, "I'm sorry, I'm not giving you the address," even though he knows Ron's full of good intentions. But now you've said, "Yeah, I give permission for," he'll be like, "Yeah, no problem." In fact, he's probably already sent it.
I love, to be honest, I love Lord Peter with his a lot with his unboxings. I just think of myself, wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
do you know
Cash,
it
got me a message, Ron. That's what he said.
I will do that, Lord Peter. I will do that.
I'm gonna get myself a timeout here, but I found it very upsetting that people think that he might be show-offy when he does unboxings.
No, it doesn't.
No, I don't think it is.
No.
When he does an unboxing of something and there's the opportunity then for, so maybe someone doesn't know that product exists. His last unboxing were those chameleon paints. Now,
oh God, yeah, I saw them. I was like, wow.
Right, so Tasha, prove my point here. Have you heard of chameleon paints before, Peter?
No.
Are you now interested in at least looking at them?
Yes.
So there you go. That's why Peter does the unboxings. Tasha is now aware of a product that she didn't know of before. Now, all right, I've used them before and I think they're wonderful. I can't see me using them on any aircraft, but if I do fantasy miniatures again, then I'm going to buy myself. In fact, I didn't know they did sets. I knew they did the paints, but I didn't know they did sets. So I'll be looking at the sets and I'll buy one or two or both. So that's how show-offy unboxings are.
Yeah, but it's not showing off. He shows it off as in good temp what is out there.
Yeah.
Exactly,
listen, Peter, I have an opinion, right? The haters, if you've got haters, it just means you're making it. Yeah, because when you see these channels that put out crap and they've got 10 subscribers, they don't have any haters, right? I think also in a lot of cases, haters is another word for jealous. Because you usually find people that have got mad skills, they've got the most haters, haven't they?
Yeah.
And it's like, why don't you just understand that this guy has practiced his craft? That's why he's got mad skills. So Teresa says, yes, I love the chameleon paints. I've got quite a few. Oh, you've got some, have you? Sprue and glue put me on to them. Yeah. Yeah, I do like sprue and glue. Right. So anyway, this isn't getting any building done. Do you fancy doing a fiddly bit?
No.
Well, we're going to do it anyway. So this drop tank, which should now be ready to handle because it's been glued for a while. It's not cured, but it's dry. See this little, I'm trying to think how to describe it. You got two little notches on the top.
Yeah.
Okay. That notch wants to go onto this little pylon.
Oh my God, you're having a laugh now.
No, I'm not, unfortunately. So you see you've got two little notches on the drop tank.
Yeah.
That wants to go away from the drop tank. That's attaching to the aeroplane.
What are you on about?
Right.
So did it go on top of the notches?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, look. Do you want to do it? Right. I can show you a different way. It'll be less pingage, but I think it's going to be more awkward doing the tanks. Right.
Well,
and make Ron jump in at any time. We can either stick these to the drop tank. Right.
Oh, I see.
That might be a better idea, Penny.
Right. Well, these are two options I'm giving her. We can stick the pylon to the drop tank, and then when we're ready to stick the drop tank on, all we have to do is go like that. The alternative is to stick the pylon onto the wing, but then I'm going to advise we don't stick the drop tank on yet, because let me show you this. Right, so there's the pylon in, right? When we put the drop tank on, actually that might not be too bad to paint. What do you think?
What? Put this bit on
We
the
could assemble the
plane.
whole lot.
Yeah.
Look, let's put the pylons on, shall we?
On where?
So
The plane.
onto the plane. Right. So watch this.
Oh God.
I've already put one in. In fact, I'm going to take this out. So you'll see that the pylons have got a fat bit and a thin bit,
Yes.
like a bullet.
Yes.
But unlike a bullet, we want to put it the wrong way around. We want the thin bit. Let me double check this.
Thin bit down.
Let me double check before I give you misinformation, and I've lost my instructions. Sorry, guys. I hate giving. Yes, right. So we want the fat bit at the front of the aeroplane.
Right.
Okay, and the thin bit at the back.
Yeah.
Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to place that as close to those holes as we can. Right, so long as it's the correct way up, and then we can put our finger on top of the pylon.
So it goes in the holes.
Yes.
Right, got you.
And we can just move it around until it's in. Now, what kind of... See, no, I didn't think anything was wrong with that statement, but I'm dealing with Natasha here, aren't I? Right, so I'm trying to be sensible here and keep the show together. So I'm holding that pylon in. What kind of glue are you thinking, Tasha?
Cement.
Which one?
The poly.
Right, why are you thinking poly cement?
Because it will hold it stronger when you put the fat thing on it.
Okay, what about, see, if you use poly cement, you'll need to remove that pylon, put a bit of glue in place, and then place the pylon in. If you were to use extra thin, you can just dab that in there now. It's your choice. Either there is no right or wrong answer to this question, but I know which glue I would prefer to use. And okay, all right, no problems. Right, so intermission. I'm going to take her off the stream, and I'm going to watch for the wave, but I always miss the wave. Right. I love the chameleon paints I've got. I didn't know you had any, Teresa. Spoon glue, right. Just had a comment on my rant video saying, well, that's your name. Very odd comment. Oh, well, what's your name? I don't know. Let me think, right? So if someone had a channel name called Lord Peter Webster, are you a Shirley Valentine, maybe? To be honest with you, I've had that a few times. No, but I've had that a few times. People want to know. My channel name is Penny's Pit Stop.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Have a guess. I mean, I'm not going to give you my surname unless I know you. But yeah, that is. Listen, the internet is full of weird people.
Yeah.
Sure is, Teresa. I just replied. My channel is my name. Probably a hater. More than likely, Peter, but you know we all love you. Listen, like I say, haters, it's a sign that you're making it as a YouTuber, and a lot of times I think hater is just another word for jealous.
Yes.
I know I've seen a lot. Is it who is it? Jason. The guy who's just had a lot of his videos taken down because of copyright strike on music. Model bits. Oh, do you know what? I can never remember the channel name. Anyway, his name's Jason, and he's always going on about how has these comments that he removes. because they're just negative comments. Now, this guy's got like 15,000 subscribers. The stuff that he does, I wouldn't even attempt. He's doing collaborations with YouTubers that are even bigger than him and some that are smaller than him, but big. I think it's fair to say his channel's successful. Well, you know, you don't get 15,000 subs by being a pile of poo, do you?
No.
So, yeah, but he gets a lot more hate than I do, but you'd expect that, wouldn't you?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, people just total idiots at the end of the day.
Well, is it fair to say 1% of the YouTube populations are knobs?
Yes.
It's just unfortunate that some of them congregate to our channels.
Unfortunately, yes.
But I see my YouTube viewers as the same as my bus customers. You got 1% might be complete knobheads. 5% are just absolutely amazing and can't do enough for you. And the rest are all right. You know, nice people. You know, you just be pleasant to them. You don't have too much interaction.
Yeah.
But they're doing their job. You're doing yours. And it's very easy to focus on the 1% knobheads. But really, why don't we focus on the 5% awesome people?
Exactly.
Thank you, Teresa. I love all of you too. Yeah, a little bit too much sometimes, Peter.
Yeah.
Don't need to send us as much stuff as you send. And well, yeah. Black hearts to put Lord Power, the red hearts on there. They come up black on my StreamYard. So Smith Speeds, hi Shirley. That sort of suits me, Mike. I hope I haven't started a weird trend now. Going to be strange if on someone else's live I go, hi Shirley. Yeah. Oh, do you know what? You just reminded me of Airplane. Shirley, you don't mean that. No, I don't. And don't call me Shirley. What's really good is that film is old enough now that I can catch people out on that, and I'll say like you know, whatever, you know, like it's someone's been taken to the hospital. They say, oh, what's that? And I'll go, it's a big building full of ill people, but that's not important right now. So, oh, here goes a fun fact for you. You'll love this, especially all Star Wars fans. So, a falcon has a lifespan of 12 to 15 years.
Right.
That means that every single falcon in the world that's alive today was born after the year 2000, which makes every single one of them millennial falcons.
Well, that's roughly the idea what this was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Not me losing the pingage again.
Oh.
Chance.
Oh, that's right. I just panicked because I had someone in on queue, and it's Crafting Veggie Mama.
Oh.
So, but yeah, she's got carers in at the moment.
Okay.
Do you know what, guys? I'm just quite happy to sit here watching Ron model.
Make a mess of things. Is that what you're trying to say now?
No, I'm just that Ganna it's one of those models. I'm like, shouldn't I? I've got a big stash and I'm still trying to stick to my New Year's resolution and buy not so many kits. Now, what's the obviously you've not got the wheels on yet, but what's it like with the weighting? Because I'm hearing that it's hard to get as much weight in as they suggest, and a lot of people want to put extra weight in just to be sure.
No. I'll show you in a minute because I've not glued the bits together, so I can get it off.
Oh, you don't have to destroy it for us.
No. There you go.
Right, so you've used car weights?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right there.
Yeah. And apparently, if you go down to any garage that does car balancing, they'll have loads of old ones that they'll give you. If you say you've got any old weights, they'll go, yeah, there's a bin there. Go and fudge through it.
Oh, yeah. And that there is 3 10s and 210s, I think it is.
So there is plenty of weight in it then.
Oh yes, no, that's 35 there, and that's 20. I think it's 20 there. I think it is.
Yeah. And
you've
still got the bucket to put weight in as well, or has that got the weight in it?
No. That's obviously not glue there. Don't put the bucket in. Whatever you do, you can see there.
Yeah, that looks possibly a little bit too far back.
No, it's right.
It is right, is it?
Yeah.
No. Sorry, let me rephrase that. To act, obviously, the way that weight works.
Yes.
If let's say you had a seesaw.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just put supervisor. Right. So if you put weight in the middle, if you've got your point of axis there where the fingertip is, if you put the weight there, it's not going to have as much effect as if you put weight there. So if the wheels are there, you ideally want to get the weight there. If you put the weight on the wheels, it's not going to have enough effect.
Yeah, because the front wheel was, because if you look at that there now, it's nose heavy at the moment,
right?
And that's what you want.
Yes.
You don't want it sitting tail sitter.
No.
Because then you got a problem.
Yeah.
Well, that's the worst of it. I mean,
actually, you've got an aeroplane taken off on the carrier deck.
Yes. Thanks very much. I'll remember that. Thank you, Lord Peter. He finds my accent very yeah. Yeah. And I've sent you a message. Smith beads, what do I do? Well, at the moment, disabled. And I spend probably about an hour, if not 2, at the bench. And then with the spine and that everything playing up, then I automatically go and have a lie down. Unfortunately, and I'm pensionable age as well. You still there, Penny?
Yeah, sorry. I thought I put you on big. I actually took myself off stream.
Yes, you did.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We know your type.
Yes, don't blame me. We have a saying in RC flying: a nose-heavy plane flies poorly, but a tail-heavy plane flies once.
Yeah.
Though not as much time modeling as you would like. I don't think anyone does as much modeling time as they like, do they?
Yeah, well, with myself, I mean, like, I'll sit here for probably about 2 hours, and then because of the spine, there's a spinal issue that I've got, I literally feel it. And when I start feeling my spine going a bit, hey, dilly, then it's a kind of back off.
Yeah.
And it's just relax and take it easy.
Yeah. I've got this strange one at the moment. The last few weeks I've been having a twinge in there, especially when it's cold.
Ooh.
And the other morning I got a bit there.
Yeah.
And it's not as bad as it was, so I think it might be tendons rather than arthritis.
Yeah.
If you look there, it's a little bit swollen. And you compare it to that one.
Yeah, it does.
But
tendons.
It was a lot more. It was bigger than that a couple of days ago, and it was like there's a big blister underneath, really packed full of water or something.
Oh right, yeah. So that would be your
So hopefully it's tendons or something. Maybe I've banged one or something.
Yeah.
But, it really does. It's when I go out in a cold morning, I get a bit of pain there. I won't call it pain. It's more quite inconvenient. I'm still counting myself lucky. I can still, but obviously if my hand goes, I'm right-handed. But there's things like I notice when I'm driving, I've not got anything that can replicate. Here we go. So imagine that's the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Sometimes what I'll do is I slip my finger under there holding the wheel.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I'm wondering if it's that. So I'm really making a conscious effort to hold the wheel like that more.
It might. It might. It just depends really entirely as to how you sort of hang around, as they say, as such.
Yeah, yeah, and it could be the way I sleep. Yeah, if I've slept funny on my hand or something. So we'll see what it's like in a week or two.
Yeah.
You know, once I get back from London in 3 weeks, I got a week off. So if I've still got a problem, I'll go. But you see, I'm one of these kind of people. I'll go, yeah, I don't need to see a doctor. I'll just give it a bit of time. But see, I'm feeling improvement compared to a couple of days ago. But it's definitely is swollen.
Yeah.
But it's not as bad as it was, and it's a lot spongier than it was. So I think there's a build-up fluid in there, and it's now starting to go. So, but this is the funny thing. I mean, we were having a similar conversation with pay deals. When I first started bus driving, we had like 100% sick pay for 9 months. And over time, we've taken the pay deals have been, here's a little bit more money, but we're going to take a little bit off your sick pay. And when you're young, you feel how much time off do you take when you're young?
Not really.
No. So you think, all right, I'll take the money. Well, now I'm in my 50s and my body's starting to break down a bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I've got a good wage, but I'm screwed if I go ill.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to get, I think we're on like 70% sick pay for 3 months at this company.
Sure.
And what if I'm off long term?
Working for, as may ask.
Say that again.
What bus company you working for?
I work for for Stagecoach.
Oh, right. Okay.
And I am extremely happy with them.
Yeah.
Mainly because, well, I think I've been driving buses long enough to know what to expect from a company.
Yeah.
I don't have high expectations.
Right.
I expect to get my 40 hours a week, and I expect to get paid for what I do.
Yeah.
And I expect to get paid on time. And that's what I do. I come in. I don't even know what bus I'm driving on the next duty. I just know what time to go in, because my job isn't necessarily to drive a number 4 or a number 5 or a number 10. My job is to drive a bus. So as long as I know the route, I really don't care.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
I do think my boss is okay. I mean, I'm on holiday this week. He's asked me to do 2 extra shifts. And I said to him, I said, I'll do Monday, but I'm streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah.
I said, so Monday I want to be home in time. So he gave me a 2:30 finish. And I said, Thursday, I don't want anything too early, because I don't want to have to cut the stream short on Wednesday because I've got to go to bed. So he's given me an 11 o'clock start. So, and I've only got an 8-hour shift. So, you know, I haven't got, I'm doing overtime, but I'm not doing tons of hours. They're getting a duty covered. Everyone's happy.
Yeah, yeah.
We have Vicky's Crafting Home in with us. Hi all, how are you? MP's jumped in there. Look, hi Vicky's. I love the way MP pluralizes all the names. I just think it's lovely. He calls me pennies. No, don't change MP. I think it's lovely. Obviously, not everybody is English or natural English speaking.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh, I've gone off you. Josh is sending me messages that I can't share.
Is that Lord Peters, or is that the address that I've asked for?
Oh, is that Peter sent you a message?
Yeah. I want to see if it's the address that it's his or the one that I requested.
I'm going to let someone contact you, because I don't know. But no, the message Josh sent me is about something else, and it's really funny, and I can't share it. Off topic.
Oh, yeah.
I put a theory to the test the other day.
Right.
So, have you heard the theory that people will argue about anything on the internet?
Yes.
I put that to the test the other day.
Right.
There's a group that I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it is a deliberate wind up, but it just proved my point. Someone put a picture of Patrick Swayze, and the question they posed was, "What is the?" This is the exact wording. What is the first film that comes to mind?
Yeah.
So I put Tango and Cash.
Yes.
Right. Straight away, someone said, "Well, he wasn't in Tango and Cash." I said,
Wow.
"Didn't say he was."
Yeah.
Right? And they said, "Well, why did you put Tango and Cash then?" I said,
Yeah.
"Because you asked me what the first film was that came to mind, and that was the first film
Yeah.
that came to mind." And they're still arguing about it now, 2 days later.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I love it. I love it. And I actually got kicked off a nail group for doing nail art and stuff.
Yeah.
And someone said, "What's a good set of nails?"
Sorry, I just replied to his question. You just replied to my question.
Right. Yeah, someone had put, "What's a good scheme to do for a newborn baby's christening?"
Right.
So I replied, "You paint your newborn baby's nails."
Yeah.
And I got kicked off the group.
Oh no.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious.
Oh.
Vicky's Crafting says, "Do you ever get blanks about where you're driving, Penny, on the best?" All the time. All the time. We have, basically, with the bus station, we have two exits. One to go that way, and that'll take you around Kilmarnock that way.
Right.
And then you've got another exit there. So all of the routes are that way or the other.
Yeah.
So, and then as you come out, you've got bus routes that will share the same route, and then they all split off in different places. So I'll get to junctions and I'm like, am I going left or right here? And I literally have to stop. And then we've got one route that comes into the bus station and it goes out that way.
Yeah.
But when you go in the opposite direction, because Kilmarnock isn't the start and finish point, it goes that way. And it's the bus that goes, "Hello, Spirit, it's your turn to sit on the mat now, is it?" There you go. It's not the supervisor, but this is the supervisor in training.
Oh, okay.
This is little Spirit.
Well, let me be spiteful now and do that.
Oh, that's really good. I like that. Are those decals or are those D-Day stripes painted on?
The black is the decals.
Right.
And the white is actually being painted.
Oh, that's a good idea. Best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Oh, my
You know what? Because
actually,
we're not doing anything, you can come up for 5 minutes.
That propeller turns as well.
It's always good when you can get the propeller to turn, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been saying to Natasha, look, try and do it so that it moves. But if it doesn't move, it's not the end of the world.
Yes.
But as someone said to me, "Oh, people will pick up your aeroplane. The first thing they'll do is spin the propeller. And if it's stuck down, they might snap it."
Exactly.
My reply to that is, I think it's very rude to pick up someone's aeroplane and spin
it. Yeah.
It's like with motorbike rallies.
Ooh.
It's rude to sit on someone's motorbike.
Yeah.
But it's also rude to ask to sit on their motorbike.
Yes.
The correct procedure is strike up a conversation with the owner of the bike. Tasha's actually disappeared. I don't know if she's timed out or something, but it looks like it's now the Penny and Ron show for a bit. So the correct procedure is to strike up a conversation with the owner of the bike.
Yeah.
And when he decides he likes you, he'll go, "Have a seat. Go and sit on it if you want."
Yeah.
But yeah, I do get blanks.
That's
really nice. I like that.
Let me try to see if we can get it properly. Sort of funny. It's not glued down, so I don't want it to fall out.
No, please be careful, Ron. I'd rather not see it than have it fall apart.
Yeah, because that is actually okay. Come out now. That is actually the for the radar. The diamond. pick up all the submarines, etc.
Yeah. So would you describe that kit as intermediate or expert or advanced?
I would say advanced. It's
Right.
just pretty advanced because, I mean, if Tasha needed to do something like that, yeah, it might be a bit of an issue because there's quite fiddly little parts to it. I mean, for example, let me just can't see if we can get all of her.
See, I was not even thinking about Natasha. I was thinking about for me.
Oh no, you'd be able to do it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
People give me more credit than I deserve. This is brilliant. I've got Spirit sitting on the. Yeah, we see. I think the Airfix instructions make the whole job easier.
Oh, it's so much easier. I mean, that's just to give you a brief idea. But the thing is, like I say, with the actual putting the weights in, don't put the weights in there like there, for example.
Right. Put them where you've put them and use car weights.
Out because when you put the buckets in, you can't put the weights in there.
Right.
And that's the problem that they've done wrong. And yeah, I've seen it, and it really is like.
So liquid gravity isn't going to help you in here then?
No.
Right.
No.
So, given the new quality that we're discovering with Airfix kits, do you think that's quite bad that they've told you to do that and it's not going to work?
No, not really. No, they suggested it's not.
Right.
As such, they because when I phoned up Airfix and I said to them, why is it that particular of that way? And they said they do apologize because they did actually do it wrong in the end of the day.
Right.
They did it incorrectly because the fact being is it was the first batch that came out. So maybe I think the second batch might be a little bit better.
Right. So if I bought one tomorrow, I might have a slightly different set of instructions.
Possibly right. Yeah. More than I would say possibly yes.
Good.
So yeah.
I just wish I'd bought that Black Buck Vulcan now, because I know that if I buy that, I know that should have an updated set of instructions, because that pylon.
I've got an old Vulcan bomber.
Oh.
The old I think it's a V1, is it?
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's the Mark II. The Mark II. Oh, hang on.
Okay. I've got to do mine because I'd like, my mum absolutely loved the Vulcan bomber. And every time it flew over Norwich, she was like, oh, look. And I got the Vulcan bomber when I got the Airfix mystery box.
All right.
And it's huge as 1:72 scale. But I don't know if anyone does, but if anyone brought that as a 1:48 scale, I'll be on that.
Oh, I don't think anybody will, because it's way too big. I mean, 172 is quite big as it is.
Yeah. Let me just catch up with the chat because I've got a comment I really want to reply to. Lord Peter says, hi, Vicky. Vicky MP says, hi, Lord Peter. It's the one you need, Ron.
Thank you, Lord Peter.
Lord Peter says, hi, Brian. Did the young lad like the railway set, Penny? Can't remember if I asked you. Peter, I have never seen anyone's eyes light up like that. It was unbelievable. I was almost in tears myself, because it was like, oh, for me? Yes, for you. And then, oh, thank you. I said, well, no, don't thank me. So actually, I've done wrong here, because I should have said thank you earlier. But yeah, absolutely ecstatic.
Yeah.
So I was a bit jealous, actually, because I'm like, oh, this is wonderful. I've always wanted a train set. Never could afford one as a kid.
When I was a youngster, I actually had one of the old Lima train sets.
Oh, I remember the name Lima, yeah.
And then after that, I got one from my nan's brother, who was, my grandfather's brother, who lived in the UK.
Yeah.
And he sent me a Hornby.
Oh, nice.
I was like, wow. Yeah. That's what can go. Sit at the back there, not a problem. And I got a Hornby. And he sent me so much that I actually got so much built up that I bought a whole complete rail track area sort of thing and everything, a side yard, a junction, and all the rest of it.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to give you an absolute spoiler here.
Okay.
So I was originally going to turn my attic into a craft room.
Right.
The middle is absolutely perfect. I can get loads of shelving all the way down.
Yeah.
And it's not materialized because my craft room is here. Once I've decided I don't want another lodger, I've got a spare room. So the room I'm in right now is actually the living room.
Right.
The master bedroom is my living room because that's got carpet in it.
Okay.
And the small bedroom, which is actually quite big, is my bedroom.
Right.
Well, I've been a lodger for so many years.
Yeah.
I've got used to packing everything into one room. But I've got to stage now. Now I've got my own whole house.
Yeah.
I don't want the TV in the bedroom, and I want as little stuff. I'm not used to being able to go like this when I get out of my bed.
Yeah.
But it means that the upstairs doesn't need to be a craft room. So I'm like, I can still use it.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to be doing, and I do not know when this is going to come out, upstairs, I'll be filming it over time.
Yeah.
It's going to be the story of a village. It's going to start off with a man who settles and he's got his little farm, and that's the start of the village. And then over time, it'll grow to be a big city. So we'll have a little train line going through.
Yeah.
And then we'll build on the train station. We'll expand the train station. We might build an airport. We'll have industries move in, and we'll build it up over time. Each video will be an unknown amount of time since the last video. So even if I released a video every day, day one could represent a year. Day two could represent 5 years later. The next video could be a couple of weeks later. I'm just going to call it the story of, I don't know what to call it. I've got a working name.
Give you a
nice. Bear with me a sec.
That photograph there was taken by a friend of mine, a neighbor of mine from across the way. But if you get the proper one itself, I mean,
nice. Is that the Revel?
Yes.
Yes. Now I'm going to go into show off mode now. Peter knows what I'm going to show you. Bear with me, and I'm going to steal the big screen as well.
Oh, well, okay, that's all right then.
That's heavy. Don't know how well you can see that.
Oh, yeah.
That is the 1 to 12 scale Route Master from Harshette.
That is the one that I've done. That's without the lighting photography that he done.
Yeah.
Because if you look at that now, and then let me see, where is it now?
You leave my Lancaster alone, Shadow.
I mean,
yeah, I'm actually going to be doing the Revel bus.
Oh, it goes together like a dream. To be quite honest with you, it goes.
Well, I've just recently. It's all gone to court now. It's all over with. I got assaulted in July by a passenger.
Really?
And he's been. I've been awarded £100 compensation.
Right.
Now, okay, I'm going to get that at whatever rate he pays it.
Yeah.
Now, what does a bus driver who makes scale models, who got assaulted while driving a bus, do with £100 compensation money? I think it's just well, how much is the platinum edition of the bus? 120 quid?
What, the 124 scale?
Yeah.
No, it's about 60 odd quid.
Is it that cheap?
Yeah.
So it's actually going to cost less than I've just received as compensation as a bus driver who makes scale models who got assaulted while driving a bus. Can you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah. No. Getting a burn up my spine again.
Oh, you're right. Do you need to take a break?
Yeah, no. I'll be fine.
Okay.
I think it's about, at the most, it would be 70 quid.
Oh, okay then.
It can't be more.
Excellent.
I don't know where I saw it now.
I'm still going to look it up on Scale Mates.
Yeah, they might have it. If not, what's scary now, Vicky? Vicky's crafting says that's scary.
Full kits 1 to 24.
Yeah.
London Bus Platinum Edition. It's 100 and depends. Oh, that's interesting.
Is that the?
So I can get it from Super Hobby for 163.
What?
1001 is 158. There's 2 German companies doing it for one's doing it for just under 60 quid.
Yeah.
But then I'd have to pay postage.
Exactly. Yeah.
But no, I mean, like, even if it's, I'm sure that was available somewhere else. Revel, London Bus. There we are. Revel, Amazon.
Oh no!
Oh no.
No.
Right, it's set out £78, but that isn't the Platinum Edition. It's the Platinum Edition that I'm looking at.
Okay, yeah.
But I mean, look, even if I bought it for 160 quid, it's actually my actual cost to me is 60 quid. Really, isn't it? So
roughly, yeah, I'd say yeah.
You know, if you get given 100 quid and you buy something for 150, it's cost you 50. That's how I see it, anyway.
Yeah, definitely, yeah, yeah.
Right, let's do a catch up with the chat. MP says Lima is my first train in my childhood.
Yeah, Lima, yeah.
Yeah, a little train set that would look great, Penny.
Yeah.
Now my trains are now. I understand these more than I can pronounce them. Fleischmann.
Yeah. Minitrix,
yeah.
And Arnold.
Yeah, in N scale. That's half of N00, isn't it? Oh, I think we have a conflict going on now. Let me just move them because I know they're more interesting than me. We might have a situation of 2 cats laying down together. Nice, Manuel. I love N scale, but my sight not good enough to do that scale. I have 00. I don't think I want to do N gauge. I think that's a bit too small. But I suppose it depends on what angle you're approaching. If you're more about the scenery and you're just having the trains passing through, I think maybe that could work.
It could, yeah.
If you're actually making and doing things with the trains. That was a lovely post, Shadow. I liked it when you looked in the camera. You must do it more often. Vicky says that's scary, being assaulted. Yeah, it's just, it happens. We actually had an incident on Saturday. One of our banksmen got assaulted by some young kid.
Really?
Yeah, we were all shocked. I think what was shocking even more, apparently he lumped him back. Now, if you looked at this banksman, he's just some young scrawny lad. And I went, really? And I think maybe it was a case of he doesn't look like he'll fight back. So this kid obviously picked on an easy target, and he got unpleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
MP,
by the way, on Amazon, the bus is 78 quid.
Is that for the old edition or the platinum?
Yes, that is the old edition.
I mean, is it worth spending the extra money to get the platinum edition?
Because
what is it, photo etch and stuff?
There's one on eBay, but I don't know. I'm not very.
I don't know how well I trust eBay for something like that.
Likewise.
Yeah.
One on eBay. What's the other one now?
See, if someone put that Rootmaster on eBay and it went for like 20 quid, yeah, that's worth a gamble. But if I'm saving myself a fiver, then yeah.
I'm just trying to see where there is. I'm not sure who else sells it. Wonderland Models.
Oh, that's always a good choice. They're one of those places you forget to think about, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the AC Route Master.
Right.
Which is not quite what you want as such.
Well, I will be buying the B-type bus, the Opera bus.
Yeah.
Another spoiler for you. Look at this, is so lovely. He's using her back leg as a pillow.
There you go, Penny.
Oh, she's not liking it. Yeah, that's the one. That's the platinum one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. How much is it at Wonderland?
89.
89?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Scale Mates. What are they at?
See, Scale Mates doesn't list Wonderland as in their market.
No. It doesn't give you how much it is either, price wise as well. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Well, I might have a look at those German companies because they're super cheap, but I want to know how much postage I'll be paying. So, anyway, MP says, yes, Lord Peter. N scale for me are like little jewels, very tiny. I love them and have the possibility in a small piece build a little world in miniature. 9mm track. Peter says a 16-year-old has been arrested for the murder of an 18-year-old, not from. Yeah, this is the world we're living in now, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, and people criticize me because I don't go out. I just, on my days off, I just sit at my craft desk and I just make stuff. Surrounded by my two cats, and I get criticized for not going out. The only time I go out is to nip down the shop to get a 4-pinter of milk. And I'm happy. Oh.
I just seen one there. It's called Rails of Sheffield. And they got
now,
a
I've heard of them. Biggie's Crafting says it's scary how young kids are now doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
Well, their excuse is they have to because other kids are trying to do it to them, and they're just defending themselves. But I don't know. Fred Henry, hello. Good evening to all my friends across the pond.
Hello there, Fred.
Good to see you, Fred. I'm afraid Tasha's just had to pop out. She does this. She does have a couple of people come in to help her out, and obviously they come on their schedule because they have loads of people to see.
Yeah.
And I have got. Oh, my new brushes might be here a day early. I've just had a notification from Royal Mail. What I've done is I've treated myself to loads of new brushes. I use a company called Rosemary & Co., which I've now got an affiliate link for. Now, this is my bog standard sable brush.
Right,
which is really nice. It's got a nice triangular handle. The only problem is it doesn't fit into my lovely new paintbrush rack. So I had a chat with them. Now, this is the Series 98.
Right.
And I saw the Series 99. And I said to them, am I correct in assuming that the Series 98 and 99 are exactly the same, just with different handles?
It says you use Sheffield, Rails of Sheffield. He says they're a brilliant company.
Right, I'll have to look them up. I've actually got a friend who is from Sheffield, and every now and again she pops down to Sheffield.
Oh, right.
So I might be able to say, oh, can you pick me this up, please?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get my dad to send me stuff from America, but I used to do this trick to save on postage.
Yeah.
To have stuff sent from America can be really, really expensive.
Yeah.
And what I've said to my dad is, I said, if I have it sent to you, you cut open the package and then reseal it and then send it to me as a gift.
Yeah.
There'll be no import duty on it.
Correct.
Now, my dad being, I like to think of myself as an honest person.
Yeah.
But my dad makes me look like a complete and utter scumbag. He's going, no, I can't do that. That would be dishonest. And I'm like, you know what, Dad, I'm not going to argue with you. So, yeah, that avenue doesn't work.
Yeah.
But it's, but a lot of companies, especially when I was doing 3D printing, I found it was easier to be honest with you. A lot of companies, it's easier for me to have it sent to him, and then he sends the complete package unopened to me, and it's still cheaper. So I don't know if that. Yeah, I don't know if they have like a standard cost for postage.
Yeah, I'm not sure. To be quite honest, I don't know.
Well, I don't know if he's still watching, but Mike, are you still watching? He changed my viewpoint on postage.
Yeah.
A lot of companies give you free postage.
Yeah.
Smith Speeds don't. Smith Speeds charge postage based on the weight.
Yeah.
Now, what he's told me is if he charges postage on top of the items, he charges exactly what the postage costs.
Yeah.
If you offer free postage, what you have to do is add on cost to the actual product. Yeah. So if you made a big, massive order, you might actually be paying 100 quid in postage.
Easily, yeah.
Because you've got a little bit on every item.
Yeah.
So, now I don't mind paying postage.
Yeah.
I mean, it is nice. You get some companies will say, we'll give you free postage over a certain amount.
Yeah.
But then when you're dealing with smaller companies, can they afford to do that? I wouldn't ever ask a company to sort of put themselves out of pocket.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's changed. But this is the thing. We as consumers, we only look at things from the consumer point of view.
Yes.
Little things like when you're a new customer, they might chuck a little bit extra in. Well, of course, then you want that the second time, don't you?
Yeah.
Then when you start to look at it from the company point of view.
Exactly. So kind of like a to and fro thing.
Yeah. So when you start to sort of.
I see you using Streamlabs.
I'm using Melon, which is now part of Streamlabs.
Oh, right.
It's
the Streamlabs seems to be a lot better, though.
I won't say it's better or worse than StreamYard.
Yeah.
It's certainly a lot cheaper. The main features that I use.
Yeah.
For me to have the features that obviously they'll have a list of features. Some are really important to you, some are not.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I miss for StreamYard, but for me to get the level that has those features, I think they want something like 60 quid a month or something like that.
Really?
And I get those same features in Melon for 15 quid a month I pay. Well, it's so many dollars a month, so the amount I pay varies every month.
Oh, right.
So let me have a look.
Yeah.
Account settings. Account billing. No, account. No, it is billing.
Yeah.
Right. So I pay $17 a month.
Right.
And that comes out about 15.
Right.
Now, for $9 a month, I can have 720p resolution, multi-streaming up to 3 destinations, whereas I'm on Pro, which gives me unlimited destinations. I can have up to 24 guests, 15 on screen.
Wow.
I get multiple cameras with both.
Yeah.
The other features I really don't care too much about.
Oh, right.
Now, when you go into StreamYard, the features that you got to look at the features that you don't care about.
Yeah. I've got the free version, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, if you're gonna see, like Terry has a higher version of StreamYard, but he has a lot of guests come in.
Yes.
One of the main features for me, obviously, this is streaming to my channel, Natasha's channel, and my Facebook page, Smith Speeds and Crafting. I forget what it's actually, Crafting with Friends,
Right. Yeah.
which is Natasha's Facebook group. So that's 5 destinations there. Now, if we had another regular guest, I would be streaming to their YouTube channel as well.
Right.
That's now 6, so that means that's the second level out of it.
Right.
And it also allows. I mean, I've never maxed out my number of guests. Let me have a look. Oh, I've just opened support. I don't know why I opened support up. Just me, right? I can't. Billy, right? So yeah, I can have 24 guests, 15 on screen. If I downgrade to $9 a month, I can only have 5 guests.
Oh,
which I don't think I maxed that out, but it's one of those things. If I say, "Oh, everyone come and join us," and then 6 people come on, and I no, I can't have you all on. But I think $15 isn't really a massive amount. Let me pull up StreamYard pricing. StreamYard pricing. But I know there's some features that I don't get that I would really like to have, but sorry, that's not StreamYard. Oh,
I'm just looking up here and see if we want to upgrade.
Yeah. There we go. Look, it costs $49 a month
for the Pro.
For the Pro. Here we go. Cost and pricing plans.
Yeah.
Right. So for $20,
yeah,
which is the next version up from free.
Yeah.
Which is still $5 more than I'm paying. No, $3 more than I'm paying.
Right.
I get 10 participants and 3 destinations. So that's no good for me because even just as we are, I'm streaming to 5 destinations.
Yeah, yeah.
$39.
Yeah, it gets to 8 destinations or something, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 destinations.
Yeah, no. The reason I'm doing the free version is the fact being is I'm not paying the prices that they want at the end of the day because it's quite ridiculous. I mean,
to get the level that I've got on this, I'd have to pay $39 a month for StreamYard. And that gives me an extra camera and 1080p. See, I get 1080p on for $17. It's just what works for me.
Exactly.
Now there was another one that they brought out, which I think was even more expensive than StreamYard.
Really?
It had a funny name. I did link it somewhere, and it looks good.
But
no, I got rid of it. If anyone can remember what it was like NX something. But it had some really nice features to it.
Right.
And then I looked at the price, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that for the extra that they're giving me.
No, there is one. There is one that I know about. I can't remember the name of it now. But to have just a basic package, it's around about 120 quid.
Whoa!
And I'm like, basic? You mean to tell me I can only have a basic of A, B, and C, and none of the above?
Yeah.
I thought, no, I wouldn't even go for it.
But again, there'll be businesses out there that's what they need and that's what they'll pay.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
It depends what works for you. But yeah, I mean, one thing I'd really like, and I'm going to write to Melon about it. On StreamYard, you get the ability for your viewers to stream to their channel.
That's right. Yeah.
And I think that is fantastic. And I'd love to do that on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me just catch this chat. I'm going to go right to the bottom.
Yeah.
You'll understand why.
Good night, Lord Peter.
Lord Peter says, I'm going to bid you all good night now. My wife coming to bed. See you all next time. Take care all. Thank you for joining us. No, he often leaves before the end of the stream. He's
no, you keep safe, Lord Peter.
He's not a candle at both ends like I am. Right, Lord Peter says, hi Fred, hello everyone, hope you are well. So if you're new to this channel, one thing you've probably already figured out, I'm not the fastest for catching up with chat.
Nah.
Hey Sir Peter, I was in Terry's hangout with Brian just a while ago and want to say hello, and thanks for allowing Brian and I to take the trash to the train station. Absolutely no problems. Thank you for taking the trash to the train station. Good evening, Peter. Penny, I've really enjoyed your memes today. No problems. Thank you. You can get forwarding companies to forward it.
Oh.
Is this about the... Oh, yes. This is about the packages.
Right.
The only trouble with that is they want a monthly fee, don't they?
Yeah.
And if I'm not getting packages on a... See, I had a friend in America that wanted to buy Partworks, and he found one of these, the reverse. They were based in Britain, now would send to America. And he found that actually quite economical. I think they had like a reserve space on an aeroplane that goes like 3 or 4 times a week, and they own that space, so it doesn't actually really cost them anything to send it. And it was actually quite competitive priced, and I almost wished I lived in America because it was easier to get stuff to America than it was to Britain.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Yeah.
I sent something to my son for my grandkids across there, and I'll make sure that I post it at least a month before.
Yeah.
Not gonna get it.
Well, yeah, this is the thing. I've actually got a package. I'm waiting for a company to post it. But I've got this lights and motor set for the Lancaster.
Right.
It's taken ages for him to process it, but now something that's striking into the heart of me. I messaged him before I made the order, and I said, one of the questions I asked is, what's the rough time from placing order to receiving it? And he said a week. And what was it? He said, roughly a week. Enjoy your Brexit. Right. And I think the way I took it at the time is it could be a week, it could be a month. It really depends on the postal system and bits and bobs. But I don't know. I'm getting a bit worried about it. I'm going to send him a message tomorrow, actually. But yeah, it's just that was a little bit weird. See, I'm a paranoid person. I don't mind admitting that. My little motto in life is I may be paranoid, but it doesn't mean they're not out to get me.
Exactly.
And I'm like things like I haven't actually come across anyone who's bought this lights and motor set and used it in their Lancaster. But then I don't know anyone who said I've used this company, don't bother with them. So right. Anyway, Vicky says they reopen it and package it. Scott's Rails. If StreamYard was half the price, it would get more than double. Theoretically, I think it would. I did actually at one point share my streaming software with someone else, give him my login code. But that's something I don't always recommend now. But yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know how many. See, the thing is, they've got a lot of people use StreamYard, and I think streaming software is becoming more and more in demand. Can you not get space on your bed? So you've come to me instead. You can sit on my lap if you like. That'll work. Good girl. You need a big brush tomorrow. Both of you are getting the brushing of your life. Good girl. So it's I don't know.
Just now, so we go somewhere.
That's all right. Everyone's saying good night to Peter. Smith Speeds is saying good night, Shirley. There you go. Lord Peter saying night, Mike. Vicky saying postage. Vicky's Craft says a lot of diamond painters do it today. All right, to save postage on it, like craftability. Harvey, how are you? I've not seen you in weeks. You're not taking no for an answer, are you? Why didn't you go and cuddle up to your brother? He might appreciate it. There you go, look. There you go. You know, Harvey, you can always come on and sing us a song if you want. Been busy, Penny. I think it's the time of the year when everyone's busy, aren't they? So Shadow's doing the grooming spirit bit in a minute, but any minute now he's going to bite her ear hole because he does that. He's like, and she's like, oh, this is very, very nice. I'm enjoying this. And then all of a sudden he goes, Fred says, I have a lot going on with my build, but what to say hello? I'll be listening while I spray paint. You're always welcome to. I don't ask anyone to type in the chat or anything. If you just want to sit there and lurk. What is it? I've heard it before. Lurkers and jerkers. I don't quite agree with that statement. You can come in. Some people might not want to participate. Some people just want to put the stream on and listen. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Why can I not see? Do you know what? I know what it is. I've got a little timer thing at the top. It tells me how many people are watching. And I'm so used to hovering over it, and it splits it and tells us how many are watching on each stream. And it's not working. And I just realized it's not that it isn't working. It doesn't do that with Melon. It does it with StreamYard. Harvey says, okay, I might just do that one day. You are more than welcome to. I know it's got colder as one of the cats has spent a lot of time on my lap. Yes, I've noticed that. I'm a little bit mean, but not mean. I don't have my house too warm. And I think the cats have got used to that, but they do like it. When the heaters go on, they do love it. And they do take advantage of it. We will leave the lurking to someone else. And I like that. Lurkers and workers. Right, guys. So I've got a feeling that Tasha is obviously well preoccupied. Oh, really? Sorry, I've got this driver at the hotel and he's always going on about something. Right, guys, I think I'm going to end the stream there. I just need to get a message to Natasha. Look after you. Oh, I'm going to let you into a secret here. We, before the stream, we do the little checklist. Have you got this? Have you got that? Blah, 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 blah. This little bit that we painted last week that we glued on right at the beginning of the stream, she was in a panic because she couldn't find it anywhere. And I'm like, hey, you can't lose it. You painted it last week. I said, put it somewhere safe. She goes, I can't find it. And then all of a sudden she goes, I found it. So, and obviously we've got two tiny pylons. Do you know what? When I send this care package, I'm sending her this box, this very box, and she can put all her tiny bits in. So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm just going to got this little box. I'm just going to put these small bits in and they'll be ready for it. In fact, actually, I'm going to put them all in one box. We've got the spare wing flaps from last stream, which we're not going to use, which I think on one of these, that's embarrassing, actually. So remember last week, I did the little demo on what happens if you touch your plastic parts with glue on your finger. And there it is. I've still got that fingerprint glue mark. And having told her that last stream, I end up doing the same on my drop tank, which is a bit embarrassing, but there you go. And yeah, I think we'll carry on with this on Wednesday, which will be fun. What are you up to, Missy? What are you doing? Oh, you're giving me the cute meow. That usually means you're up to something. Here she comes. Well, she looks at you all sweetly and goes, meow.
Yeah.
It's, yes.
Telling you, well, something.
Yeah, I do think it's funny when I hear a commotion going on in one of the rooms and I walk in and I go, what's going on? And she just looks at me and goes, meow.
Nothing, Mum, nothing at all.
No. I don't know when you're at your worst, when you're making a noise or when you're not making a noise.
Yeah.
Oh, you're all wet on the back of your neck. I've figured out how to deflea them. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
I deflea them on the 1st of every month because I remember the 1st. A couple of months ago, we had to deflea him and deworm him. And I held him.
Yeah.
And he scrabbled to get away so badly that he dug his claws in, not maliciously, where he's just trying to get away, in about 7 different places in my hand.
Oh.
And it was really painful. And you're always going to catch you on a fold on the hand. So every time you do that. So this month, what I did was I let him sleep on my craft desk.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there and I was gently stroking him. Took about 5 minutes. And he's just as he nodded off, I start stroking him on the back of the neck. And I was just, as I'm stroking him, I'm just separating his fur. Yeah. And then I got the flea vial and I went, shh. And he went, what's that? And then ran off. And I'm like, too late, mate. Too late. Already done. Yeah. Yeah. So, Vicky says, I don't have it too warm in either in the house. I have my heat. It's not, to be honest with you, it's not so much to do with the cost of the heating. It's the fact that I'm a tight ass. I have the heating on for a couple of hours in the morning, round about the time I wake up. And then when I come home from work, I have these little halogen heaters. Yeah. And I put them on in the room that I'm in. Because I can't see the point in paying for heating in the living room when I'm in the craft room. Yeah. So I put the halogen. The one exception, there's a halogen heater in the front room, which is put on a timer, and that comes on for about an hour, about 4 or 5 times a day, and that's for the cats. Yeah. But they're 400 watt heaters, so I can run that for about 5 hours for the same cost as running the central heating for an hour. So I don't mind too much. Yeah. So I've got a fan heater and but as I say, I do that because I'm a tight ass, not because the cost of heating. Even if the central heating was free, I'd probably still do it. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's in a way I'd say it's like a force of habit. Yeah. There we go. There we go. So Harvey says only around 1920 here. Had a £500 gas bill. Ooh. I had a bit of hassle with my gas electric company. They'd been I don't know what to do about it. I don't know whether to change companies or whatever, but I'm supposed to have had a smart meter. Yeah. And they've been underestimating my bill every month. Wow. And I took a reading. Yeah. And it was about 150 units more than they claim it is. Wow. Which obviously means I'm not paying enough. Yeah. So I messaged them about it. And I said, look, when I was with the last company, if you never take a meter reading, you'll end up like, let's say you pay £100 a month on direct debit. Yeah. You'll end up with a credit of £100. The next month you got credit 200. Yeah. Every time you take a meter reading, they generate a bill and that comes off that credit. So if you did a meter reading every single day, you would get a bill every single day. Oh, and that worked for me because I go to London for 3 weeks. I come back, I take a meter reading. Then I'm either on holiday for a week or I'm home for 3 weeks working.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then I'll take a meter reading just before I go to London.
Yeah.
Then I'll take another meter reading. So I knew what I was using while I was away, and I knew what I was using when I'm on holiday. Yeah. So I've been doing that with this new company. And I said to them, hey, why are you, how, I've got a smart meter. How are you estimating my bills wrong?
Yeah.
Their reply to that is, I've got the wrong kind of smart meter and they can't actually take, I've got to have a new smart meter. I said, I really can't be bothered. And I said, well, what about me taking my meter readings?
Yeah.
They said, I'm taking the meter readings at the wrong time of the month. Can I take them towards the end of the month?
Yeah.
Really?
So what?
Yeah, I'm taking meter readings at the wrong time of the month.
Sorry, that's baffling my brain now.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And I got a friend who's on with a different company.
Yeah.
He's got this little app, and apparently it takes a meter reading like every 15 minutes.
Right.
And you can actually go into the app and you can pick a start and a finish date, and it tells you exactly what you've used between those 2 dates.
Yeah.
And you can put a time in, and it's like every 15 minutes it just records, sends a signal. Your meter just automatically sends a signal to the company.
Yeah.
So you've always got an accurate, up to date, you know exactly what you've, but I'm a little bit of luck because with my bill being underestimated, I'm now in debt.
Yeah.
But it looks like, see, when I'm like this 3 weeks, I'm using more than I'm paying.
Yeah.
When I'm in London, obviously I won't use as much. And then when the summer comes, because my heating is about 60% of my electric bill. So when the summer comes and I don't put the heating on for about 4 months, then obviously my usage is really low. So it all works out. But they've just lowered the cap on the gas and electric.
Yeah.
So my bill should be a little bit lower. So it's
Yeah.
always nice if you're in debt and then they lower your tariff.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that helps.
Well, I was with Shell, and Octopus took over.
That's Octopus. That's who my friend's with.
Yeah, and they're great. They're fine. Not a problem at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I really got to say, I mean, they part of Shell, as far as I found out, because while my daughter works for Shell up in Aberdeen.
Okay.
And I said to her, I mean, I phoned her up and I said, I mean, I was phoning in the evening because I don't run it during the day, she's at work.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, it's exactly one and the same company, Dad. Don't worry about it. It's still all right. You're fine. And I went, okay, fine. That's all right then.
It's just that when they first came out, I just thought it was one of these funny, you know, like all these little companies just jump up.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was like one of those companies, the Octopus. I mean, what a name for an electric company. But
true,
they're really good.
Yeah. No, they are very good because they deal with your problems immediately.
Yes. Yeah, that helps.
This is a situation. This is that. Right, fine, no problem. Bang.
Yeah, I must admit, when I was with Scottish Power, their customer service was very good. I was happy with it, except when, see, I was on a fixed rate tariff, and I was on this fixed rate tariff, and then suddenly the gas and electric bills shot up. So for about 1.5 years, when you had all these people saying, I can't afford my energy bills, I'm like, well, I'm still on the tariff that I was on ages ago.
Yeah.
And when I lost my last job, I'd got this job that I've got now.
Yeah.
But obviously, by the time the wages came through, you know, I was going to be a couple more weeks with no money.
Yeah.
And I said to Scottish Power, I said, look, I need a favour. I've always paid my direct debit on time. I'm a little bit short of money. The new job I've got is going to pay more money than the last job. Can I miss a payment and I'll make the debt up over, say, 2 months? And they said to me, no, if you miss a payment, we'll cancel your tariff and we'll put you on a regular tariff. And I said, so basically, if I'm poor and can't afford my payment, you are going to quadruple my tariff. And they said, well, it's, so as soon as my minimum tariff ended, bang, and now I'm with Utility Warehouse, who were the cheapest at the time, but they don't seem to have the facilities in place.
No.
So I think I'll pay a little bit more and go with someone like Octopus.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they are good because averagely, now that I've gone over to them, I'm averaging about 80, 90 quid a month, and that's it.
Yeah, that's what I think. I'm paying 107 for my gas, electric, and a mobile phone.
Really?
Yeah.
No, blimey.
Yeah. And I think that's a little tiny. Well, see, they've now changed the tariff again, so I think that's probably about right. But see, my heating does burn a lot. I think there's a problem with the thermostat. It's full furnace or nothing.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why I don't have the electric on too much. But yeah, it's. But I mean, I'm comfortable paying. I know, obviously we want to pay as less as we can. But I think 100 to 150 a month average is I'm comfortable with that.
Yeah.
So, right, let's catch this chat up.
Yeah.
How do I remember the glue fingerprints from when I was a kid and I tried doing them. It was covered in fingerprints. I learned something yesterday, actually. Slightly on the subject with glue. Don't buy liquid mask, buy Copydex.
No.
No?
No.
What? No to buying Copydex?
Definitely.
Really?
It's not that good.
Is it not that good?
No.
Okay, then.
If anything I would recommend either go for the AK.
Okay.
Right. Or
is that cement?
Yeah.
No. No. I'm talking as a mask.
No, don't go anywhere near masks like that. You want to get what I would do is I would use.
So you would mask a canopy with Tamiya extra thin?
No. I'll use Tamiya tape.
Yes.
That is the best thing to do.
Yes, I do agree with that. But because what about like, say you've got a large window area?
Yeah.
Right. Do you not go around the edges with tape and then fill the middle bit in with masking fluid?
No. Okay. I tried that, and I tried Moscow. I tried what was the other one?
See, I tried this and I just didn't get on with it.
Nah.
And then I tried this, and it is better than the Humbrol one.
Oh, right.
Again, it's not. Well, it's okay. It works.
Is it the Vallejo one?
This is the Microsol one.
Microsol one, yeah.
Microscale Industries.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
And it does go really clear.
Yeah, because the thing is, I mean, for example, with that canopy, for example, right?
Yeah. Let me put you on big.
I went and I put, that's all I've done is I put the masking tape on it.
Yeah.
You can see how it came out there.
Yeah, that's nice.
And that's the thing. To me, it works a lot better as well. And what I try and do a lot of times, and a lot of people go, oh, but why do you do it that way? I say, well, a simple reason is by putting the masking tape on, you can really make it look a lot better, and it can end up,
Yeah. I mean, I know one good thing. I mean, I quite often I use cheap masking tape. It looks like Tamiya, but it's not Tamiya.
Yeah.
Now, if you want an absolute dead straight edge, Tamiya is the one you want to go for, or cut a piece off.
Like with that, for example.
Yeah.
I used Tamiya masking tape on it.
Right.
And it done no harm at all. Let me see another one now.
Harvey's asking if that's a Mustang.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's a P51D.
Right. Miss Smith Speed says, that's it. Penny said she is going to end. So after the encores of chat, it will be another 45 minutes. Yeah, That's about me. If I announce this is only going to be a short stream, it's usually an hour at the very, very minimum.
Yeah. With that one at the moment.
I'm gonna have to bring you in there. Hurricane. Nice.
Yeah. 1/24 scale.
Oh, nice.
That is massive. Oh.
Yeah. I was a bit annoyed actually. I bought the old 1/24 scale Spitfire, the old one.
Yeah.
And about 2 weeks later, they brought the new 24 scale out. And apparently, the new one is amazing.
Yeah. Well, you want to keep it on big there?
Oh, what scale is that?
That's 148.
Okay.
That's
not the Sea King, is it?
Yes, it is.
It is the Sea King. Is that the Airfix one?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got that. I've also got the aftermarket decals to make it 202 Squadron.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Well, I've got a few little projects I want to do. One is RAF Lakenheath, and another one is RAF Coltishall.
All right.
So I've got 2 Jaguars. I'm going to do both 54 Squadron, one in the old classic RAF colours, and one I'm doing Gulf War one.
Right.
And then I've got the 20, because I haven't got the 202 one based from Coltishall.
Right.
But 202 Squadron, they split their aircraft, their helicopters, didn't they?
Yeah.
So the one I'm building, it could have been at Coltishall, but it's extra special for me because when I was a cadet, my stepdad took me to work,
right,
and I got 2 hours in a Sea King.
Oh, right.
They took me up, they dumped me on some random beach somewhere, buggered off, and then they come back and they rescued me. As though I was it. Obviously, they couldn't put me in the sea because it's too dangerous.
Yeah.
And then I went back to boarding school with 2 hours in my flight log, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's amazing!" And I've got the Chipmunk because we used to do a lot of flying out of Chipmunks.
Yeah.
Out of Cambridge. So that's a special one for me.
Well, there's one aircraft, or there's one helicopter that I did fly in. And we were doing, when I was in the military, we were doing rescuing at the time.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I had a laugh because it's that. The Alaret.
I was just about to say, I have no idea what that is, but that looks lovely.
Yeah. It's this one, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I actually, because when we were in the military, they do rescue, like what they call rescue things, etc.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I was one of I do the bad store.
You were one of the victims, were you?
Yes, I was. And they go, because you're in military, they go like, well, you'll know how to sort of survive around, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But they say, but then again, you make sure that you are lying in a position that, as if you've been in an aircraft crash or whatever sort of thing.
Yeah.
They're doing a rescue and that. And I went, okay, fine. And they took me and they picked me up in a basket.
Right. Yeah.
And at the time, the flight sergeant that was doing the lifting said to me, "Were you scared?" I said, "No, I'm a para." He goes, "Oh, you're a para? Yeah, okay, right." You obviously would be scared then. I said, "No."
The thing is, I mean, it was a long time ago, but I don't remember being scared when they hoisted me up in the helicopter. And I think that's because I knew what these guys did. That's what they did for a living.
Yeah.
They're saving me, not ending my life.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the thing.
And I think a lot of times, these guys are paid money that's their job is to rescue me. Let them get on with their job.
Yeah.
And I remember the guy was telling me, just relax.
Exactly.
Just be like a rag doll. And I just went like this.
Yeah.
And that's how I went up. And it was fine. And I do remember being scared coming from the hoist into the helicopter.
Right.
Because where you're dangling, there's still a big gap So, but it's kind of but then you have someone in the helicopter pulling you in with the guy, and it's really, and I suppose in a real life situation, if I, for example, capsized off a boat, would I be rather being hoisted up into a helicopter or floating in a freezing cold sea?
Exactly.
So, sometimes it's the choice of one or the other.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. I am going to get through all of this chat. Vicky's Crafting says LOL. Harvey says smart meters are supposed to be accurate as they send a reading to the company. I have two. I have two on E for gas and electric.
All right.
What a joke, Penny. Dominic says evening.
Eon
always tried to get me to reduce my direct debit come spring, or they'll lower it for me. But I do that. This is what I said to Scottish Power, because they did say, do I want to reduce my bill? And I said no, because when I'm not using as much electric, we have. Hello.
Sorry about that. I've had an emergency here.
That's all right. Do you want to? We're coming to the end of the stream. Do you want to run off?
No, I've sorted it. There was the guy on the ground floor was on the floor, so I had to ring an ambulance.
Oh, bless. So you've gone to the rescue, eh? So you are. Actually, as it's 10 o'clock, you are the internet hero for today. Then.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, I wasn't expected to be dragged away, but
but you
I've got to do what I've got to do.
Yeah.
Tash, I'll get to you soon as.
Don't miss me too much then, Ron.
With that now.
That's it. I come back in, Ron buggers off.
Oh, you going, Ron? Mind you, I'm not going to argue with you, because you say about, you've been on quite a while, and
I don't want you to cut my throat with that now.
You never know.
Oh, exactly. That's what I'm worried about.
You know what? I'm in tears of every day. I'm in tears of joy, because this community is just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people are just saying, well, this is something I don't use, but it's like, yeah, you need it. I'm not using it. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
you're upside down.
Yeah,
I won't be upside down now.
She's weird disco dancing.
Yeah.
Right, chat. I thought Utility Warehouse was a broker. It might well be. I don't know. I just turn my heating on and I pay my bill, and is that a Mustang? We answered that one. Microscale is from Rebel. I did not know that. Thought so. I used to love my model planes. Nice. Teresa says it's not a penny show if she doesn't end straight away when she says she's going to. Vicky was watching someone streaming from RF Lakenheath. Yes. What's his name? Ted Coningsby, is it?
I think it is Ted Coningsby.
Yeah, I watch a lot of history. He's doing a lot of F-35 stuff at the moment.
Yeah. And then I'm at F-35, and there's one of the guys that I spoke to, and he's doing F-35 as well. And he's saying to me the color scheme is wrong according to what Kidrock has done. I said no. It's a dark grey, because that is the grey that gets used.
Yeah.
And he goes, no, it's not. And he uses AK whatever. I don't know what an AK paint is. It's on RAF.
AK Interactives.
RAF or something.
My personal choice of paints. Some people say they're awful, but I like them. I get on well with them.
They're fine. But the thing is that the colouring is wrong. The colour scheme that he showed me was wrong, and I said, no, it's not that colour.
Yeah.
I said, it's not the colour, because the fact being is, if you look at it, it is, and I mean, where is my...
I love the way you sing that.
There you go. That's the correct colour.
Right. Is that...
Okay, that is Tammy, and I said to him, that is the correct, because I spoke to a friend of mine who works at RF Coningsby, and he said to me, whatever you do, don't use the other paints. Use the Tamiya XF54. And I go, is that the correct colouring? So I sent him a photograph of the fairy gadget, and he says, yes, that's exact colour that it is. And
but again, something I said earlier on, okay, you get people that have to have the exact correct shade, which is fine if that's how they are. But then people spray on the absolute correct colour, then they put highlight in, and then they slap a load of weathering on it.
Exactly, and
it doesn't. So, I was looking for a colour the other day, and I used my Hobby Converter app, and I found a colour that was 95%.
Sorry, Connie's just come up to chat.
Oh, I will get to Connie eventually. Oh, we're not that far away. So RF Lakenheath is actually where I was born, which is another one of my projects I'm going to do, but I've got a problem. So in reverse order, I will be building an F-35A, an F-15, an F-111, an F-4, and an F-100. But I also found out the first aircraft they had were B-29s, but they weren't B-29s, they were B-50s.
Yes. Although they were certified as B-49s at the station itself.
Yes.
And then they were actually B-50s in the end.
Yes.
But they also used a lot of the Memphis Bell ones, the B-17s as well.
B-17s, yeah. But it had a different plane. But get this.
Yeah.
They had a U-2 station there as well on CIA Attachment A. They had 4. So I think I might be hitting you up for some advice, because it looks like I may have to fashion some decals for that, because I can get decals for U2 stationed here, there, or wherever.
Yeah.
But they're all there, and I'm guessing if it was stationed there as
no, it wasn't stationed there. It was sent from the US to there.
Oh, so it was a stopover point, was it?
Yeah.
Right. I know there were a couple of other bases, and when is it Gary Powers that got shot down? The guy who got shot down in the U2.
Top of my head, I can't think
of Gary Powers is the wrong name, I'm going to want to know who Gary Powers is. Powers, he was the $6 million man, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, when he got shot down, apparently the UK government went, "We're not comfortable you having U2s in."
Yes, there was a lot of A lot of
so they then moved to Germany, but they went to Germany before they'd actually got permission from Germans. So
then they came back again to the UK.
Yeah.
That was at the time that when we're talking way back in the 70s now, so in the early late 70s, because I was in Interpol, so I was working a lot with and as far as I'm aware of, I stand corrected on it, but I think, because I know they had 4 in the UK, and then the 4 went across to Germany itself, and there was a big hullabaloo about it and everything, so yeah.
Yeah. Right. Harvey says, hi, Nat. Connie says, hi, Penny Ron. How are you, Connie? Vicky says, definitely you've done your good deed. Talking to you, Tasha.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Ted. And look, JC's come on the stream. Just say, Tasha, check your messages, please.
God, I haven't even been nowhere near my messages because I've had an emergency. I've been running up and down these stairs. Well, sliding up and down them.
One thing I'm going to say to you, those little pylons we've put aside, that we've cut off.
Yeah.
Make sure you store them safely.
No, I threw them in the bin.
Don't give me that heart attack you gave me pre-stream saying, "Oh, I can't find that part we painted last week."
What? I couldn't remember where I put it because I put it that way.
No.
You're a monkey.
So I'm actually sending you one of these little boxes in your little care package. It's going to be 4 small parts. Look, my pylons are in the box.
So I'll fight you next stream then, can't I?
Yeah. You won't get this box for the next stream, I'm afraid. But I've got some good news. It looks like my new brushes might arrive tomorrow.
Yeah.
So they'll go. I've been such a geek. I color code my brushes. So this one, I'll show you on this one. You'll love this. See, Terry thought it was funny that I label all of my drawers. Right, you ain't seen anything yet. So the first band tells you what the job is. So purple is acrylic, red is oils. So that brush is for my oils. Green means all-purpose. But my very, very best, this is my Kolinsky Sable brush. So that's got a double purple. And then a yellow means it's got a specialist job. So this one is a Eclipse rigger for doing straight lines. So that's a specialist job. And that's how I label my brushes. So this one is for oils, but it does a specialist job. These are flat ones. So this is going to be more from a street gun. And yeah, that's how sad and geeky I am. I color code all my brushes. Vicky says your cats will play with them, Penny. Will play? No, already has done. Oh, I got these brushes sitting there, and Shadow sitting there chewing the ends, and I'm trying to stop him. And then just so I get rid of him and get him away from it, along comes Spirit. Does the same. So, and I treated myself to a new tub of Masters brush cleaner.
All right.
Because my other tub is at the hotel. So I thought, well, I'm going to have two of them. So brand new tub of soap. That's my go-to
cleaner. How good is that, though, Penny?
Right, let me show you how good it is. Right, so this is a sable brush, which is not it could do with a little bit. I mean, it's getting to the end of its life.
Yeah.
Dampen it, work it through.
Oh wow! It gets it back to original shape, literally, in a way.
Yeah, I mean, it won't fix a dead brush.
Yeah.
But it's improved it, and then I mean this one hasn't been cleaned in absolutely ages, and then sort of once every week or so, just put the soap on, and then leave it.
All right.
And it'll go hard, like when you buy a brand new brush and it's got that coating on it, it'll go like that. But because you are It's a little bit like putting hair gel on.
Yeah.
So it kind of it's forcing those brushes. Tash, I'm just going to mute you. There we go. So yeah, it kind of forces the bristles back into its shape.
Yeah, kind of put it back into shape through the.
Yeah, you know how if you leave the brush in the bottom of the water, you get that hook?
Yeah.
That's because it's sat there like that. If you get them straight, and then you put, and because it's going to go hard.
Because mine, these I only use just purely for the factor of. I use it mainly for figure painting and that.
Yeah.
The only reason I use these,
See, this
anything else.
This is my Kolinsky Sable, which again hasn't been looked after, but just give it.
Well, there's one I haven't been looking after at all. I mean.
Oh, are you a brush killer? Are you?
No, this is the one that my son used, not me. I don't know. He used it, and I said to him, "Remember to clean it, and just clean it and dry it off properly. Make sure you clean it properly." Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. I mean, they do Kolinsky Sable. I find they do pull into a point when they're wet. It's when you dry them.
Like this is the Della one.
Yeah. There's also another product I want to give a try to, which is Winsor & Newton Brush Cleaner and Restorer. It's a liquid, and it's really aggressive. And if you've got paint dried into the ferrule, You dip it in, and then you'll see the paint start coming off straight away.
Oh, wow.
But obviously, it's a case of prevention's better than cure. Oh,
exactly, yeah.
Are you unmuted now?
Yeah, sorry, I've just got loads of issues.
It's all right. It's so absolutely fine.
And let's explain yourself.
Sometimes I feel like I have to.
Another trick I've just learned is if you put a little bit of surfactant or washing up liquid into your paint water, that helps.
Oh,
because it's all to do with the surface tension.
Yeah.
It's a little bit like when you spray starch your shirts. It doesn't stop them from getting dirty, but it makes it easier to remove the dirt.
Right. Yeah.
So that one I might give a go. But the video I watched, he says if you can't get surfactant, just use one, but don't use more than one drop of fairy liquid because it's a lot more concentrated.
Yes, I wouldn't use fairy liquid in it at all.
No, but fairy liquid and flow improver are essentially the same thing, aren't they?
Roughly about,
No, I mean obviously there's more to it than saying don't wash your dishes with flow improver and don't.
Good idea.
But it's essentially the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, MP says hi, Dominique, and then he says hi, Connie, and that is the chat caught up with.
Yeah. Is that Dash?
Yeah.
If you watch when you want to do your model kits as such, just take about a couple of drops of water into your sink itself and then you actually put the sprues in and just rub it in. Don't rub on the sprues, just rub the sprue into the water there and put it up against the side sort of thing and then set it up as if it's in a rack sort of thing.
Okay.
And that cleans the kits off quite nicely in the end.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, it's not like a big old proper scrubbing job or anything.
By the way, I could tell by the way she was looking forward to it.
Yeah. But do make sure you put them into a bowl because if any bits fall off, they're not going to go down the sink.
No. Yeah, try and put them in a sort of like a flat tray type of thing. Yeah. You know.
If I ever hear that you've cleaned your sprues and you've lost a bit down the sink, I will gib slap you.
That's all right. I'll enjoy it though. That's the problem.
That's a subject for another stream.
You are a cheeky monkey in the end of the day.
Right.
That's part of the everything.
I might just do it just to annoy her now.
Yeah. I wouldn't blame
just
you.
So I get gib slap and then I'll just go, oh yeah, that's so nice. Can you do it again?
Well, I know where you live and I can get there as well because my train goes through Lancaster. Well, I'll just go, I'll knock on the door and I'll go, DPD, Amazon.
Yeah.
Good luck, I'm on the 3rd floor.
I know, I'll knock on the door and I'll go, Amazon from Peter Webster.
Oh, yeah.
I know what I'll do. Budgie seed. Then you'll have
one thing about Lord Peter himself. I mean, he's such a gentleman through and through.
He's lovely. He's just a genuinely nice guy.
Absolutely.
He just wants to see people do well.
Yeah, I like him a lot, especially when he does his unboxing.
Yes, I absolutely love his unboxings because you never know when you're going to get a good idea out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you're suddenly there, that's suddenly like, boom, drop down like a boom.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, okay, I didn't know about that.
If it's not a good idea, it's Penny's fault.
But the thing is, I mean, what I'm into won't always work with you. But I mean, we go on. There's unboxings every day on the internet.
Yeah.
You know, and it's sometimes they're good things and sometimes they're not.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, people who go out and buy. I mean, I just bought myself loads of new stuff this last couple of weeks, and I'm going to be doing product tests and stuff like that on it. And am I being show-offy or am I just sharing?
No, just sharing exactly what the things are like. I mean, it's like with myself, I've got the F-35A and the F-35B.
Nothing wrong with that. Could you have enough F-35s?
Well, the first one was a a set we were going to do together with another group that I was in, and I eventually left in the end. And then the second one I was going to do with another group as well, and they suddenly all fell apart, and I'm like, oh, great.
But the thing is, I'm going to be doing 2 versions anyway, because my main thing is US Navy.
Yeah.
So I need to do an F-35 Marines.
Mm-hmm.
But also it goes into my RAF Lakenheath project.
Yeah.
So I need to do the A version.
Well, I've got, what's it called now? I've got the Tora. Do you know what it is?
Tora? That sounds like a 0.
Yes. And it's the Pearl Harbor one.
Ah, Tora. Is it Tora? Which I believe is Japanese for attack.
Yes.
It's also the name of a film.
Yes, they also they had a film on that. Yeah. And I've got to admit, the one thing is, I bought it and we were going to do the whole thing for the Pearl Harbor anniversary. Yeah. And I thought, oh, cool, great stuff. Yeah, that'll be great, you know. And then suddenly just.
Yeah, it's what happens, isn't it? I'm Model Kit Stuff. That's the guy. Model Kit Stuff.
All right. Oh, yes, I know. Yeah. I've got it on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, he's doing the group build on the B-17.
Yes, I've seen that.
Now I've got everything ready to go with the assembly ship, Spotted Cow.
Right.
And I was going to do that, and I'm like, this is really the opportunity to do it, but I've got so much on the go. It's probably not the opportunity. So we've got an incoming chat any second now.
One.
We've got Hi Carney, we've got Night Penny, feeling to the good old diamond painting stash argument goes around. Well, this is it. It doesn't matter what hobby you do. Everyone has a stash. At one point with my diamond paintings, I had 4 cardboard boxes of unopened diamond paintings, and that's probably like 50.
What I would like to, if I could, if it's possible, Smith Beach, I don't know if he would be able to do it, is, where is it now?
I know what the answer is going to be. It's going to be a yes.
Let me see.
Because he's talking customs, isn't he?
Yeah, let me see. That's what Michael says. Send it to me.
Oh, you won't believe what Mike can do.
Yeah.
I've chucked him a couple of things thinking he won't be able to do it, and he's come back half a day later and gone, is this all right?
Yeah.
Tora is the 0 from Edward.
Yes. That's it there.
Is it that picture you want doing?
That is the one.
Oh, yes, I see what it is now, yes.
Send it to Mike.
Yeah. If you, are you on Facebook?
Yes, I am.
Right, find Smith Speeds.
Yeah.
Send him a message. And I'm pretty sure he can do something with that.
Yeah, because that's that. Apparently, I believe that photograph was the one. Was the what they call the Skytrain, the Dakota before. It was that one went over and we were behind it. Yeah. So that obviously whoever took it just the right angle and they got them. I'm like, you didn't get my bloody one in. Blimey, yeah.
Well, Mike won't just do you a good picture. He'll give you really good suggestions on sizes.
Yeah.
Certain things don't work small, and you might have to have it bigger. And he might say you'll get away with a 20 by 30, or he might say, look, you really need to go. And he can actually send you a picture.
Yeah.
That actually looks like what it'll look like with the drills on. So it'll be like loads. If you expand it, he sent me one picture, and it looked like the photo. And when I expanded it, I could see it was all the squares, and the detail was that good. The bigger you go, also ask Mike for the big picture of the guy's dog. And he'll happily send you that. It's somewhere on Messenger, but there's someone did a diamond paint. It was bigger than him, and it looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he'll tell you all about how many hours it took and how many drills it was.
I bet.
But yeah, I mean, basically, the bigger you go, the better detail you're going to get. And but obviously, you need to find that happy medium.
Yeah.
Is that better, Tasha?
Yeah.
You do look like you've got strange Martian measles there, but it's a good look on you.
I thought it would be. That's why I did it.
And let me just bring that up.
Let's see how clever you guys are and see which one is me.
Can't see
You
it
are
middle.
You are no. He is the. I'm gonna guess second from the right.
Okay. What do you think, Tash?
She says middle when there's 6 of them.
Okay. Put you out of your misery.
Which one is that?
That's me.
Yeah, I know it's you, but where are you?
That's one on that side. Oops, it's got again.
Okay.
End one.
All right.
Yeah.
I could only have got that one position worse out.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that a friend of mine took the photograph while we were, which is the funny and a good fun part. I said, yeah, but I'm not in the full uniform because I had one of the old training trousers on.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. And, okay, no problem.
Right. Vicky says, I'm doing smaller DP now, not long finished to something by 80 centimeters, something by 80. MP says, another expression used by the military Japanese officers used in infantry is bonsai.
Yes.
Bonsai.
And I thought that was a Karate Kid thing. Bonsai! Bonsai!
Bonsai was actually an attack form during the Japanese invasion of China and of also the Philippines as well.
And it's also the name of a really daft virtual reality, not a reality TV program.
Yes, I heard about that. Yeah.
That was a really crazy one. Right, guys.
Yes.
I'm going to finish the show.
Yeah.
Now, I need to pre-warn because everybody runs away as soon as the stream is finished.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen, and I'm doing this on stream and I won't apply to most people. We all say our goodbyes, and then I'm the last one. I say through and all the rest of it. Then I play my end credits, and then anyone who's in the stream is welcome to chit chat after. You don't have to run away just because the end credits are on. Right. So first one to say goodbye is our guest, which is Ron. So over to you, Ron. And I'll let Natasha say goodbye because she hates it when I make her close the show.
Yeah, I hate closing shows because I'm only good at opening them.
See, I think you should do it more often because you used to hate opening shows as well, didn't you?
Yeah, at one stage, yeah.
And now you're pretty good at it.
I can open it, but I can't close it.
Anyway, shut up and say goodbyes.
You shut up then, and then I'll be able to. Take care, guys. See you whenever I see you next. And sorry I didn't do much modelling. Hey-oh, it goes like that. Take care, have a good one, and stay safe out there.
Right, guys, thanks ever so much for watching. We have definitely got a show which was quality over quantity. I think you'll all agree. And having Ron in was really good quality. So thank you very much for coming in. Our next show is going to be Wednesday.
Is it? I can't remember. I just wait till I see him on YouTube.
It's my holiday week, so we're doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Get loads of modelling in. I may be in the mood for doing a random, I just want to get some stuff done stream tomorrow afternoon, but I'll see who else is streaming. So I may pop up. I've got some work to do on a video as well. And other videos, you know what I'm like. I'm always working on something. So guys, if I don't catch you before, I'll catch you on Wednesday. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.